He's doing like the classic fat person thing of let me make fun of myself first for being fat and hopefully take the wind out of the sails of anybody trying to call me fat. Just comes across as overcompensating. It, it loops back. You know, if somebody does it a little bit here and there, it's like, oh, okay, this guy's not really that bothered by the fat comments. But then you keep doing it so much and it loops back to, you know, it seems like this guy actually is pretty insecure about this thing because he has to keep doing it over and over again as if to prove that it doesn't bother him.
I can't wait for the part in this video where he shows me all this evidence that I'm supposedly missing. That'll change the tide of the battle instead of just reacting to my stuff. Because that would be what you would do here if you were correct, right? Like in this video.
So again, Kuihman, your video needs to be about spoon feeding me the information about how I'm wrong. It can't be you watching my video and critiquing my coverage of it. No, your video needs to be tailored to me properly understanding this thing. If you wanted that, Kuihman's already done videos that would do that for you. But no, it needs to be not only spoon-fed, but Kuihman needs to chew up the food, put it back onto the spoon, open Papa Gut's mouth by lowering his jaw for him, dump the food in there, move his jaw up and down, then dump some water in his mouth to help him wash it down.
That's okay. I'm gonna take a piss. I gotta get up for once. That is the physical assault. Okay, dude.
What do you want to call it? It's clearly physical, right? You think abuse is too... I'm pretty sure I watched this guy watch a Caleb Hammer video with a couple, and he's saying that this guy is like abusive to his wife, just based off of the stuff that's shown on Caleb Hammer's show. But calling that physical abuse, that's literally laughable.
Dude, I love that.
And again, if he thinks this is so ridiculous and he was so correct, why has he not uploaded this? Why is it a week later and he still hasn't thought, hey, let me prove how ridiculous Kuihman's point is here, how utterly absurd it is that he would call this physical abuse when that's clearly what it is. Obviously, I'm so right, and that's why, even though I explicitly said I would upload the segment, I haven't. I said it would be within a week. It's been more than a week, and I still haven't uploaded it. But I'm still super correct, and Kuihman had 0 points. Weird. Weird that the only place that I can find this is behind a paywall. Papa Gut is one of these streamers who's a lot like Tectone in that he has seemingly 0 respect for his audience and thinks it's totally chill to just make eating noises or burp directly into the mic. I don't understand why people do this, and I really don't understand why people put up with it and continue to watch people who demonstrate they don't have any respect for you in any other setting. Somebody burping into your ear would be obviously disrespectful and people would not put up with it. But for some reason, when it comes to streamers, people are down for that. Oh, yes, please burp and chew directly into my ear. That sounds fantastic. I would love to watch this person regularly over and over again. And I found out about Papa Gut doing this burping thing when I got a video randomly recommended to me quite a while ago at this point. So I've been tuning in to hate watch this guy from time to time. And I was very excited when I saw, oh, Kuihman also seems to hate this guy, which not really that surprising. Kuihman hates pretty much everybody except for Red Bar and Chud Logic from what I've seen. But Kuihman does a video about this guy. It was Papa Gut, the dumbest coward on YouTube. Fat, lazy, stupid. And it did pretty well for Kuihman's channel, 7,500 views. Papa Gut hears about this and does a reaction to it. And I was hoping he'd upload a segment of this to his YouTube channel because this was 9 days ago now that he's done this stream, and he makes all of his VODs members only, but he hasn't uploaded a segment on this still. He's done here Essence of Thought, which is over a week old drama. So weird that you would do that before the Kuihman segment. I don't know. I did my Essence of Thought video over a week ago. This Eden is Online video is, how old is this? 11 days old. So not really time sensitive that you would get that one out either. Caleb Hammer stuff, yeah, that's somewhat time sensitive. LA riots. Yeah, sure. Pirate software. So some of this stuff is time sensitive, but also some of it's definitely not. And it's been over a week without uploading it. But because of that, I did have to chuck a couple dollars into Papa Gut's snack fund, unfortunately. paying this man to do a segment on him, but oh well, $2. I'm sure he'll eat that very quickly. Barely make a difference to him anyway.
All right. All right. You guys ready? You guys ready to be bees? Let's do this. Listen, I guess I'm curious. I'm also bored and there's nothing else to talk about. So we're going to talk about this. Excellent.
I really do not understand why people have to do this. I'll give him a little bit of credit. He did at the very least say that he was curious, but he has to downplay it, say, oh, there's nothing going on. I really don't understand how we got into this thing where it's seen as such an L to care. If you show any emotional investment in a conversation or a debate, then you lose. You've taken the L. Why? Why is it an L to actually care about the stuff that you talk about or cover? I don't understand that. Right? When D-Sigs did a segment on me, I was just fully excited to do that. I couldn't wait to make a segment out of that. That seems like it's going to be fun. When Chud Logic does a segment on me, oh, that's fun. I can't wait to do a segment about that. I'm not pretending. Oh, geez. I mean, I guess I'll see what Chud Logic and D6 had to say about me. No, I'm just excited. I want to watch this. I want to do a segment on this. But Papa Gut's like, I mean, I guess this could be interesting, but mostly it's just that I'm horribly bored and there's nothing else going on.
Looking video called Papa Gut, the dumbest coward on YouTube. Yes. I'm excited. I'll give you a little bit of a rundown on the story. This all comes off of the whole camera thing, like the iDubbbz content cop successor is what I've been calling them. And I'll give you a little rundown. Okay, we watched this FPS Diesel video. I'll try to remember link it in the description. It was pretty terrible. What we learned from it, though, is that there's this guy named Yandere Dev in his 30s. I believe he was in his 30s when he created a game about going around and looking up high school anime girls' skirts. He seemed to have a lot of children orbiters. I believe Cameron was one of them. I think he started working for him when he was like 14, doing music and whatever, other dumb bullshit. Then there was a girl that he's 2.5 years older than that Yandere Dev reached out to, and they were like flirting, and like, he was trying to get nudes from her when she was like 16. Really gross stuff. Cameron overly defended him until he got to a point where he realized he was wrong. Apparently she leveraged rape accusations against him. He proved them wrong. This guy even said that she was wrong, and she called her crazy, and he called her crazy.
So at multiple points, Papa Gutta said, FPS Diesel's an idiot. His videos suck. There's nothing of value in these. But then anything that FPS Diesel says that supports Papa Gut's point, well, then I'll use that as a reference, of course. Video's completely, utterly stupid and worthless. But when he says anything that agrees with me, well, then that's a point in my favor.
The FPS Diesel, and then even said that she groomed pedophiles, which was crazy. I'll show a couple clips in a second. Just very responsible coverage. And so that's where we're at. Apparently there's...
He's into FPS Diesel's coverage. Not responsible. His coverage, very responsible.
Like 7 hours of lore we need to know about because he lied about things too. I guess in the wake of him being accused of a false accusation of sexual assault, he lied about stuff. So I think most people that are normal go, hey, these guys are... Basically, you have a 30-something-year-old man, Yandere Dev, that's...
I don't think most people that are normal have heard of any of this, right? Maybe you could say there are some normal people who watch Cameron's content cop video. That's a pretty casual thing that I'm sure it did pretty well. So a lot of fairly normal people could have seen that pop up in their algorithm. But if you're diving into this stuff, you're not normal, all right? I'm not excluding myself from that. If you have hundreds or thousands of drama videos on your YouTube, you're not normal anymore.
Surrounds himself with a bunch of children in a very toxic, irresponsible space where they are vulnerable to him and whatever weird mentality he has. And that's pretty much it. I'm not going to condemn any of these children for their entire life for doing dumb shit.
Who's asking for that? I've not seen anybody ask that Cameron be condemned for his entire life. The reason that this is a story people are interested in covering is because Cameron wants to be the new content cop guy. He said he's going to do other content cops after doing the one on iDubbbz and the content deputy. So he wants to be this guy that goes online and critiques people and takes them down a notch, and he knows what's up, and he can be a moral authority. But then he has all this baggage. That's why people are interested in talking about it. This guy thinks he can be the new iDubbbz and take people down, but he has all this stuff going on in the background. That's why it's interesting to talk about. If he wants to go on and critique all of these people, well, then makes sense. People are going to look into the stuff that he's done and critique that.
I don't care about a 2.5 year age gap. 16 and 19, really not a big deal to me. Don't.
All right. And maybe some people in the comments talk about a 16-19 age gap. I've not seen anybody that actually covered this stuff make a big point of the 16-19 age gap. That's not really a point that anybody is saying, is right? This 16-year-old was interacting with Yandere Dev as a minor. Seemingly he's trying to get pictures from her and stuff like that. Cameron reaches out and says, "Hey, I'd like to interview you for a documentary. And for some reason, we're not just going to do this over Zoom. We should do it in person. We should meet up." So it seems like he's using the fact that this girl was taken advantage of to get one-on-one time with her. That's what's weird about it. Yeah, 16, 19, who cares? Maybe some commenters have said that. Give them the benefit of the doubt and say maybe some commenters, but I don't know why you'd really care what commenters have to say. If people are making videos about it, that's more worth responding to. But commenters, who cares? And I haven't even really seen comments saying that the 16-19 age gap is a thing. I've seen so many people comment that it's not a big deal, which is odd to me because I haven't seen that be made as a serious point against Cameron. But anyway,
doing dumb shit. I don't care about a 2.5 year age gap. 16 and 19, really not a big deal to me. Don't care. You can say, if you want to think it's a little irresponsible, that's fine. It's not predatory. I know one of the things they say is that she was a grooming victim, and then like he went after her, but apparently they trauma bonded over talking about their. Dude, it's so convoluted. And that's pretty much it. Let me just show a couple of these clips where FPS Diesel talks about her. I want to show them because this is where I'm getting my information. So if you're angry at anybody, be angry at this guy, okay?
Now, the reason I covered Jelly is because
we can be mad at multiple people.
Played a role in everyone's story.
Yeah.
She allegedly taught other minors to allegedly groom pedophiles.
That's incredible. I would utter that sentence. If I had an intellectual disability, that's the first sentence I would utter in my entire life. Teaching other children to groom pedophiles. We know what the word grooming means. Apparently, grooming is not a deep methodical process of setting up typically children up for sexual exploitation. It's I don't know. I guess maybe, well, it is, but maybe he thinks pedophiles are a super vulnerable like group that needs to be protected. I don't really know.
He taught other minors to allegedly groom pedophiles.
All right.
And frankly,
off to a
the
good
case
start.
was fumbled from the moment I got there, right?
Crazy.
Allie inserting herself and coaching a minor, this minor lying to everybody and being really good at it. And
she was really good at it. Me, when the minor is really good at lying, which by the way I believe, she's probably got her own shit going on. She's a child, and she's in a toxic online space, just like Cameron was. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not going to dumpster her for falsely accusing somebody of. I mean, if you want to be my guest, but these people are toxic and they're childish. That's what the problem is, and they're just like saying wild shit.
So there you say, if you want a dumpster Jelly Squish, go ahead, be my guest. He didn't add that when he was talking about Cameron, though. Don't be his guest to dumpster Cameron. Maybe he would say the same thing, but he didn't.
That's what the whole thing about. What's this keep happening?
There was just no way that I could tell this story without saying that, yes, there is this person named Jelly, and she did these things, and she's probably fucking crazy. Now, the reason...
That's great. Hey, we respect the victims, baby. So that's that. Here's the thing where she lies a lot.
The moment passionate sex happens, and then, not but days later, Jelly accuses him of rape. Then she walks it back, and she lies some more, and lies, frankly, a lot.
Okay, so this is it. I don't know what else to tell you. So it's a crazy toxic sphere.
Oh, there you go. The guy who Papa Gut says his video was terrible, which I don't disagree with. The guy Papa Gut says made a terrible, stupid, worthless video. He also said things that agree with Papa Gut. So, case closed.
I don't know what else to tell you, man. I don't really feel like bringing back 2020 TikTok energy where we cancel everybody for acting inappropriately. Doesn't seem like Cameron's actually a rapist. Seems like he got caught up with a bad crowd, just like the false accuser caught up with a bad crowd. That's where I'm coming from. This seems to be a pretty big nothing burger. But there's something that you guys have to understand, okay? You have to understand that the thumbnail of this video, okay? Show you right here. It says fat, lazy, stupid, and Papa Gut. That's true. Those things are true. Those things are true, baby. I don't know what else to tell you. And also, this
is like a go-to tactic for Papa Gut. Just sarcastically agree with things. That disarms every point, seemingly, in this guy's head.
I'm telling you right now, this using this PFP of me is a slur, okay? I've decided it's an anti-Semitic slur. if you use this this picture of me, you hate Jews. That's what I've decided today. That's crazy. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Oh, I think it's also important to note that like when this guy popped into my chat with a bunch of other people, they were like, "Oh, you need to talk to this guy named Aiden. You need to talk to him." And I was like, "Oh, so like, can you give me a quick rundown of what I got wrong?" And they just kept calling me fat, which is true. I am fat, but they couldn't give me a quick rundown. So it sounds like this is really just pretending to care about somebody their own age. It's not like they look like they're the same age. They're all like kids, but pretending to care about this girl's potential trauma or whatever to slap it up on YouTube. So this is truly an ultimate rape review. Am I right? Let's get the game going so we can do this.
Pretty sure I've heard Papa Gut say that one of the things he does not like about Nick Diorio is that he has his ultimate R review segments that he does. But he titled this stream URR Papa Gut. So a little bit odd to me that you would act as if, oh, Nicholas Diorio, and I assume he extends this critique to Chud Logic as well, doing these segments where they review R's. Very weird, gross. I don't like that. But then you'll use it as like a joke in your title. That's a little bit strange to me.
Okay. All right. Oh shit. All right.
A lot of heavy breathing into the mic too. Actually, that reminds me. Ryle Kittenhouse did a very damning video on Papa Gut here. I'll just show you a little bit of it. It might look like there's a lot of cuts here. These are not cuts. This is just one continuous segment from the live stream. I mean, what else do you really need to see? That's about as bad as it gets.
I forgot to pause the recording. I wonder if it's like fucking. I wonder if I recorded this properly, or or if I just fucking owned myself. You guys ready? I wonder. Let me see something. Thank you for $2 from No Palis Jesus. That's how we love our Papa Gut. I love you too. Thank you for the 12-month small gut from First Scepter. We're at a year already. Doesn't feel like it. Incredible. Incredible. I love it. It's a year and it's beautiful. All right, let's do this, baby. Let's record this on the Friday and then post it sometimes next week when I have nothing else to post.
Oh, wait. So he's saying within a week he's going to upload it.
Like it. Incredible. Incredible. I love it. It's a year and it's beautiful. All right, let's do this, baby. Let's record this on the Friday and then post it sometimes next week when I have nothing else to post.
So he's saying he's going to post it within a week of recording this. But like I said, he streamed this 9 days ago. And let me just double check. I don't think that he put the Kuihman segment up. Yeah. No, I'm not seeing it. I would have been disappointed if I had just missed it and I gave this guy $2 for nothing. But yeah, I'm not seeing it. So that's interesting. That makes it seem like maybe he realized he wasn't as infallible as he thought. He wasn't as totally correct. And maybe there was a little bit of something to what Kuihman had to say, because he says he's going to upload it within a week, and it's been 9 days and he still hasn't. And I'm not saying he'll never upload this, but he's had other segments that aren't really time sensitive on his channel before posting this.
Because you know how we do, baby. You know how we do. Baffling. Oh, wait a minute. You can't hear it, so I should probably... Cut that out, dude. Cut that out. Cut that out.
It's baffling.
Baffling.
That someone would say that on a stream.
It's true.
They would.
There's a lot of things I could be referring to. I say a lot of crazy shit.
They would just go and say that.
True.
Early 30s. That's rough, man. The
Early 30s? I'm in my mid-30s. What the hell, bro?
most wretched losers online are saying other people are weird. His
True.
cardio is so
I know weird.
bad. Live streaming is taking him to the brink. So
That's
it's in
funny.
a permanent spiral where everyone's attacking each other and no one stands up for the principle. How amazing is this?
Who's the principal?
How
I love it.
beautiful is this?
I think it's incredible.
There is an active, deliberate effort to
Effort.
try to shut down his speech.
Like, why does he do that? Did he literally just say effort after Kuihman said effort?
There is an
Incredible.
active, deliberate effort to
Effort.
try to shut down his speech.
Why does he do that? Just talk over it to say a word that was said, not even a word of note. Just a random word from the sentence that Kuihman said.
Are we talking about Hasan Piker?
So, guys, okay.
Oh man, this guy's a Hasan fan. Oh shit, dude. We're getting into the
But he's not just a Hasan fan. He's a close friend. Maybe not close, but he's a friend of Hasan's.
microchasms here, dude. He's a Hasan fan. Also, where do I go from here?
Papa Gut.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Papa Gut. We all know Papa Gut.
That's true. This is a recession indicator, by the way. That you, dude. In all honesty, man, I see this as like my stocks are up a little bit. I'm getting back into the limelight. People are talking about me a little bit again. You know, he's getting good views for his channel on here. That's not an insult, dude. That's not an insult. Also, he's showing his face, by the way, which I think is great because usually he just shows like a
I'm
little
sorry,
PFP.
you're just
See, that's what he usually shows. I think this is beautiful. This is the first step to actually becoming a content creator people will give a shit about.
Yeah, well, the thing is, Kuihman had
That's what he usually
to
shows. I think this is beautiful.
he had to stain these pieces of wood, and apparently that was about an 8-month process that took him to get those pieces of wood stained. So he couldn't be on camera because of that.
This is the first step to actually becoming a content creator people will give a shit about. I think it's a beautiful thing. Oh yeah, listen. And also, I've been gooning so hard on everybody else. Everybody else is look, it got more views. Look at this. It's beautiful. I love this. I love it. I'm competing with not so erudite. And not so erudite again. It's incredible. But listen, I've been extracting resources.
So he says his stocks are up because Kuihman's reacting to our erudite stocks up. I mean, erudite is just completely hated. Everybody that talks about erudite is talking about her because they hate her. It's not really a good thing for erudite to be covered. But in Papa Gut's mind, the fact that he's being talked about, that's just a good thing.
Just from, different commentary online. It's time that I gave back a little bit, dude.
Don't we? I'm sure we've all heard.
Is this not the guy? Is this not this Kuihman guy? Is this somebody else? Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you, Kate, for the 5 gifted subs. I really appreciate that.
Of Papa Gut at some point.
Papa Gut, true.
So earlier,
huge cultural enigma, phenomenon. Papa Gut.
Last night, I should say.
Yes,
Aiden
sir.
requested Papa Gut talk to him.
Yep. Aiden.
Augie replied to saying he'd love to see this because Papa Gut has been sweeping crazy style.
Sweeping
Absolutely
crazy.
bounced on it for Cameron F305.
Absolutely.
He just sweeping crazy. That's like his #1 tactic. Let's just sarcastically repeat what other people say about me.
Papa Gut has been sweeping crazy style.
Sweeping
Absolutely bounced on
crazy.
it for Cameron F305.
Absolutely bouncing on it, dude. That's crazy, dude. If anything, I'd be the one making him bounce on it. But that is kind of gross because I think he's like 20 years old. So,
who, as anyone who's been watching the streams for a while knows, is a complete, proven, wretched liar with credible allegations of sexual assault and abuse against him.
So credible against the girl that you guys have all acknowledged lied. I don't know. That's incredible. I mean, listen, if you want to show me the proof, I guess. But everybody,
So he dismissed Jelly Squish completely because she lied. But Cameron 305, we'll side with that guy, even though he also lied.
like nobody in this scenario is credible. They're all a bunch of like lying kids. I think they all need to grow up. And I don't think that Cameron deserves to be fucking dumpstered for his entire career over some dumb shit that he got involved in when he was really starting at 14. That whole thing starts at 14.
Yeah, but the thing people are criticizing him for is when he was 19. And nobody is asking you, again, to condemn him for life. It's just this guy wants to be the critique guy. He wants to be the content cop. Well, he's got some stuff that he should have to answer for then.
Who has lied about those numerous times and even been deceptive, potentially forged evidence.
Potentially forged evidence. I love that it's potential. So we don't even have that one confirmed either. It's a beautiful start.
To try and exonerate his claims.
Dumpstered for his entire career over some dumb shit that he got involved in when he was really starting at 14. That whole thing starts at 14.
Who has lied about those numerous times and even been deceptive, potentially forged evidence.
Potentially forged evidence. I love that it's potential. So we don't even have that one confirmed either. It's a beautiful start.
To try.
So it seems like Papa Gut thinks Kuihman is saying Cameron potentially forged, or that Jelly Squish potentially forged evidence. But it's Cameron that did this. He used a police report and hid the name, but you could see in some other less redacted version of it that it was talking about his roommate, because it was describing like a black male or something. I can't remember exactly what the descriptor was that people saw. But Cameron used this police report to say that it was saying something about somebody else, that they had like a violent thing on their police record. But it wasn't. It was this guy that I think was Cameron's roommate. But Papa God, not even paying enough attention, seems to think that Kuihman is talking about Jelly Squish having done this. And he's like, oh, isn't that great? It's another thing that's alleged.
Try and exonerate his claims. Obviously, we have a video of him physically abusing. I don't have any other words for it. It's like just straight up. I think that
you have a video of him physically abusing her. Can you show that to me? Hopefully, it's in this video.
You would just consider that physically abuse, what he did to correct her in that one video.
Wow.
We have an audio recording of him admitting to key parts of the allegations while talking to.
Oh yeah, I believe he claims that was like edited deceptively. And again, we have her saying that, he didn't assault her. So a lot of convoluted shit going on, boy. Apparently that had to do with a hug, and it was edited strangely. I don't know. It's all convoluted.
And we also have, last night, Ryle and Max seem to have found that during his response video to the Krexler abuse allegations, he claimed that she had a police report that showed a history of violence.
She claimed. I love the claim. I think that's beautiful. A lot of words that don't really inspire confidence here. Okay.
Yeah, if you got the unredacted version of the screenshot he showed, you would see that the...
Yeah, you added one that was about Cameron and just lumped that in with, oh, another thing that Jelly Squish said is alleged. Well, no, if you're paying attention, that wasn't in support of your point, but he's going to use it. Oh, see, everything that they're saying about Cameron, all alleged. Well, no, not really, if you're listening. Some of it, sure, but not all of it.
That was referring to a history of violence was actually referring to a black male.
Oh, dude, what the hell? A black male? Okay, so Cameron lied about something. Was this after he was accused of falsely accused of assaulting a girl? So he made up evidence. Okay, damn, Cameron, you should not do that anymore. Thank God you're not an actual. Thank God you're young. That's not good, dude. You shouldn't do that stuff, okay, bud? Don't get falsely accused of sexual assault and then make up evidence to try to prove yourself innocent, okay?
Who the police were talking about, but
he chokes a girl on camera. Did we see that? That's fucking crazy. Is that true?
That part, and just left the part where I identified Krexer, so that he could trick everyone into thinking the history of violence was.
Did we see that?
Referring to Krexer and not some black guy. So the guy is a complete, disgusting, wretched liar who, at the minimum, has smeared the out of people who were accusing him of stuff, and not just smeared and said they're crazy and liars because they were being crazy and lying, but smeared separately with allegations of his own that he's leveled against them. Now, Papa Gut, obviously being an incurious, lazy, tubby idiot, has
why censor the fuck? You're 3 minutes into your video.
Made no effort to look into this whatsoever.
Yeah, did I watch the FPS?
Didn't you just answer his question there because it's 3 minutes in? I don't know what the actual amount of time is, but from what I've heard, YouTube checks the first few minutes of an upload. I don't know if it's a percentage thing or just a set amount of minutes or whatever, but that's why people censor stuff at the beginning more than they do later into the videos, right? Maybe Papa Gut knows that it's 2 minutes or less. I don't know. I don't know what the time is, but that would be why. It seems like he answered his own question there.
FPS Diesel video. Like, listen, I don't know what to tell you. I am lazy, I guess, but I watched that guy's video. He apparently did a bunch of research, and all the information I'm giving you is extracted out of FPS Diesel's video that's like a month old or so. I mean, listen, if your best argument here is that guy should have never touched this fucking situation with a fucking 10-foot pole, because apparently he has no idea how to talk about this shit.
Yeah, sure. FPS Diesel can be dumb and bad too. I'm pretty sure you'll hear Kuihman say as much in this segment.
I mean, like, I don't know. Why didn't he show us any of this? Why did he cast so much doubt on the girl? The way that he made it seem, which, by the way, I believe him, is this is a convoluted mess of a bunch of irresponsible kids being stupid as fuck.
He thinks that a single YouTube commentary video is like as good as law. He thinks that's the definitive take on any situation. If you watch one YouTube commentary video on something, you have all the information you could ever possibly need, and you never need to look into it again.
It's true. I believe this 100%, guys.
Again, just sarcastically agree.
As we'll see in a video I'm about to show you of his.
I mean, we did watch Cameron show us a video of her saying that she lied, and so it's incredible.
Stream earlier today.
Yeah, I don't know that we know the timing of that. I've heard, and I don't know that there's any confirmation of this, but I've heard that they hung out after the recording where she says that, or the recording where she says that Cameron didn't do. I don't remember exactly what he asked her, but he's like, "Did I ever assault you or anything like that?" And she says no. We don't know the timing of that, and potentially they met in person after that. I don't think we know for sure, but potentially.
Today, where a few people entered his chat, myself included, to ask him if he would talk to Aiden.
Yeah,
And also, all of the stuff that Cameron provides is very little context, just short clips. So it makes it hard to know what exactly is being responded to there.
incredible.
Stream earlier today, where a few people entered his chat, myself included, to ask him if he would talk to Aiden.
Yeah, and I said, hey, can you give me a rundown of what he would talk about? What are some of the points that I'm missing? And then he just kept calling me fat, which I think is funny. But I mean, I don't know how I could take you seriously if you won't give me a little, you won't be firm.
So we're gonna take a look at.
Papa Gut needs it spoon fed to him. All right, if it like we were saying earlier, if it's not in a commentary video, asking Papa Gut to seek it out, that's way too much. You have to in your chat message, spoon feed to him what would be talked about, or else he's not interested. And look, I'm not saying you have to debate Aiden or Kuihman or any of these people, but if you're gonna do a segment about him anyway, you're gonna spend time on this. Why not just have a chat? Same sort of thing with Tommy C. Just seems like you're scared that maybe your opinion is not all that correct, and you would rather just watch a video because it's easier to push back against a video where you can pause it and mute it and X out at any time rather than talk to somebody else that can push back against real time to the specifics of the conversation.
That we're gonna take a look at his horrific,
Yeah, big if true. Where the fuck do I go next? I just killed that weird creature, second boss guy.
stammering, fear.
Oh, so he also needs his gaming spoon fed to him. Where do I need to go now, guys? Why don't you play one of those games with a golden trail that points out the objective everywhere?
Yeah, big if true. Where the fuck do I go next? I just killed that weird creature, second boss guy.
Stammering, fearful response to being asked to debate a 19-year-old
Whoa, dude, what the hell?
who is mocked by almost everyone he's come into contact with. Apparently, that's
That makes sense as to why he seems to have like no videos on his channel and 7,000 followers. Okay, is this the redemption arc? Go after Papa Gut for the redemption.
too much for Papa Gut to handle. It's some
Too
19-year-old
much.
who is considered the butt of a joke by every community he's been part of.
True. I gotta stay away from him, dude. I can't do it. I'm too afraid.
So it's too
afraid.
scary for Papa Gut.
I'm
To the point
scared.
where his voice was quivering and he was having to desperately try and catch his breath.
I should have started keeping track. But how many times does this guy just sarcastically repeat what's being said about him? I think we're at 4 or 5 already.
Well, listen, first of all, my voice was not quivering. Second of all, dude, what do you expect me to do? Not be out of breath after talking for 3 seconds? I mean, I'm fucking obese, bro. What do you want me to tell you?
People are asking him to debate Aiden. So we're going to take a look at that stream today.
Base.
And then, not just that, we're going to go back through some of Papa Gut's coverage.
Yes,
maybe some Stardust
beautiful.
coverage. Maybe even some other people's coverage.
Why Stardust's coverage? What does she have to do with Papa Gut?
And so we're going to start picking through some of the fucking insane shit.
I mean, is he really saying that Papa Gut has anything to do with Stardust? He's just saying things that he's going to do in his stream. I would imagine Kuihman would say, well, they're both stupid, worthless people or something like that, maybe. But I don't think he's saying that Stardust has anything to do with Cameron 305 and Papa Gut specifically.
Shit some of these people have been saying, try and sweep for Ethan, try and sweep for Hasan, because it's past a fucking joke.
You really shouldn't talk to me like that.
At this point. It's so great. Some
All right, so now we're at 5 or 6. Just sarcastically repeat what's being said.
past a fucking joke.
You really shouldn't talk to me like that.
At this point. It's so great. Some of the shit
Trembling right now. I'm going to send you quivering audio.
these people say because they think they will never be criticized by anyone
Yeah.
reasonable. Because they think the only
Dude, I've been doing internet shit for a while. I used to be pretty big on TikTok. Anybody know that? I've been criticized plenty of times. I usually find it kind of funny.
people that will ever say anything about them are denims and shit like that.
If you find it funny, that kind of sounds like you don't think they're reasonable people. If they're making reasonable points, why would that be funny? Why would you be laughing at that?
They
Who the fuck is Denims?
think they can get away with saying literal
What do you mean? Denims? Denims is the person who makes you shut your brain off, right? I showed a clip when I watched the Shamu video about Tectone because Papa Gut also watched that video. Shout out Shamu. And when Denims briefly appears in that video because she proved that Tectone lied when he was defending himself against his ex-girlfriend Pinky Chew's accusations, he says, I would never say you need to do things to satisfy me, Pinky Chew, because you don't pay rent. I would never say that because Pinky Chew paid rent. And then Denim shows a clip of Tectone saying exactly that, where, oh, it's really annoying. She's doing dumb cosplay stuff or whatever instead of helping around the house because she doesn't do anything and she doesn't pay rent. But Papa Gut completely turned his brain off when Denims came on, and he had to rewatch that even to understand what was being said.
Literally fucking any.
And he even said, oh man, I have a hard time taking anything that Denims is going to say seriously when it's not even, didn't really have anything to do with her, what she said. She's just showing a clip. But the instant he saw her, he felt the need to say that.
Oh,
as we just seen from that Mutar video we were watching a moment ago, because they are so fucking dishonest. They will ride the wave when there is a popular wave that is going in their favor. They will ride it and stack on as many fucking claims as they can. They will just endlessly boost up the claims, try and get Hasan on any dishonest point they can, try and get
So 6 or 7 sarcastic repetitions.
Hasan on any dishonest point. Yeah, Hasan's a great guy, dude. I don't know why you think I don't like him. I think he's my favorite guy. I like him a lot. Okay, he's bringing back anti-Semitism. We can joke about Jews again, guys. Okay, we can be bees. Okay, stop.
Disregard any wrongdoing Ethan's engaged in, any wrongdoing Cameron's engaged in. And it's
hey, what's up, Caleb? How you doing, brother?
fucking sickening. And these people are all tying their reputations to each other. So we're going to start going through this.
I don't have enough muscles to pull off the quivering voice like Tectone. What are you talking about? Tectones? Tectone isn't even muscular. What are you talking about?
Because when one of these people starts really fucking sinking, the whole thing is going to start sinking.
How are you expecting me not to sink, dude? Look at me. Have you seen my weight?
Ethan is signing on, allegedly, according to Cameron, to a
Okay, Ethan is signing on, allegedly. Oh, yeah, the whole potential lawsuit thing. Yeah,
lawsuit against Noah Sampson for calling Cameron F305 a pedophile.
Well, he is factual.
It seemed like that he was getting ready to, again, dismiss it right away. Oh, allegedly again? There's allegedly. Well, let's just get rid of it. Let's dismiss it. But then you realize, oh, wait, no, I actually know what Kuihman's talking about. So never mind. Take that back.
Have you seen my weight?
Ethan is signing on, allegedly, according to Cameron, to a
Okay, Ethan is signing on, allegedly. Oh, yeah, the whole potential lawsuit thing. Yeah,
lawsuit against Noah Sampson for calling Cameron F305 a pedophile.
Well, he is factually not a pedophile. I mean, at least.
Maybe he was just trying to make sure he was following, but it sounded like he was getting ready to say, oh, we got another allegedly we can get rid of. Perfect.
Not based on the claims that you guys have shown, so.
If this goes to court, if this gets off the ground in any meaningful way, not only is Cameron going to look fucking terrible, Ethan's going to sink with him.
Maybe.
Anything Ethan's done is going to get dug back up, and they're all going to start fucking sinking.
What has Ethan done?
They are all going to start fucking sinking.
That's crazy.
The absolute most dishonest...
Especially if I'm on the ship, right?
Did you just say, what has Ethan done?
Is Cameron going to look fucking terrible? Ethan's going to sink with him.
Maybe.
Anything Ethan's done is going to get dug back up, and they're all going to start fucking sinking.
What has Ethan done?
They are all going to start fucking...
It sounds like he's incredulous that Ethan doing a bad thing. What? I've pretty much tuned out of the Ethan Hasan IDub stuff because it got so boring. But off the top of my head, a recent thing, Ethan with essentially zero evidence said that Anissa as an adult was dating a minor. And he had to take that back. Say that's a pretty significant point against Ethan.
Fucking sinking.
That's crazy.
The absolute most dishonest...
Especially if I'm on the ship, right?
Wretched cowards are going to start jumping ship. So before they do...
That's when I have to criticize Ethan. I'll be like, oh, Ethan bad. That's what it is, dude. We go Ethan good, Ethan bad, whatever gives us money, bro. I'm a big, fat, stinky liar.
Before they do, we're going to start going through their coverage. Because the tide is going to turn. People are starting to realize that this is completely built on bullshit, and it's a massive house of cards. It's just waiting to fucking fall.
Waiting to fall.
And it's totally absurd. So without...
Nobody still told me where I go next after I killed that.
All right, so he just did it again. We're at like 8 times in 20 minutes. So just repeat what Kuihman says sarcastically. And other than that, we're not addressing what's being said.
Fucking creature, so I'm kind of pissed off at you guys.
Further, let's get into Papa Gut.
I'm not saying every single point needs to be addressed specifically, but you can just not say anything. You're just going to talk over the video and sarcastically repeat what's being said. Does anybody want that? Is that why people watch him, to hear him sarcastically repeat things and burp into their ears?
Stream from today.
Let's get into it, baby.
Like the most cowardly.
Just,
I can't even express.
Okay, I'm going to stop pointing it out, but it really is driving me nuts how consistently he does this.
Express how pathetic this guy was in this stream earlier.
Also, why are they Nick orbiters? Why is it so low resolution, man? What the fuck? Is it on my end? Fuck. Honestly. Oh, nobody really really cares? Oh, it was on my end, dude. I had it set to like fucking 1080p or something, or fucking 480p or whatever. It's a bunch of, this is the problem, bro. Is that like, if you could be as bad as you want with me over this camera take, Drew, like your best argument is that that fucking weird freak fuck Diesel FPS fucked this up so bad that he let.
So
This is a good point, by the way. This guy's an intellect of his time.
agree. I don't like Diesel. Diesel's a retard. Okay?
Whoa, dude, you gotta censor that. You censored the other one. What the hell?
Okay. But the reason
Yeah, now we're 6 minutes in, right? You answered this earlier.
Papa Gut's getting so anal about Diesel was because Diesel called him a retard on a stream the other night.
Oh, did he? That's crazy.
Because Papa Gut
Oh yeah, I guess I watched that clip where he's like, "Oh, Papa Gut." That guy I guess he called me arsehole or whatever. And he was like shitting on me. He was so upset with me. He told me to react to Andy, but like a couple months ago, he's trying to send me stuff to react to. It's like, what the fuck?
engaged in some of the most blatant
Okay. Was it maybe that he saw you said something was wrong and he wanted to send you something that would substantiate that you were wrong? Or was it just some random, completely unrelated video where you're like, oh, Papa God, I would love to see you react to these people playing Candyland on stream or something? Like, maybe it was completely random and unrelated. I would think if he's sending you something, it's because he thought that your opinion was incorrect about something. And so he sent you something that would prove that to you. Maybe not. I don't know what was sent to Papa Gut here. But that would be what I would think.
blatantly
Blatantly.
lazy, dishonest coverage I've seen on YouTube.
True.
It's
So true.
despicable how fucking lazy and stupid this guy is.
A fucking dangerous
Stardust
predator.
level.
Loose. Let him go free. Because I watched that guy's video, and it was him literally saying that the girl lied, and then saying that she is a psychopath, and that she groomed pedophiles. By the way, that's what he says in his video. Like, that's true. I did show that earlier. I'm not even kidding. He like has a statement where he says where she grooms pedophiles. Fucking
He didn't. I don't think he actually she grooms pedophiles. I think he said that.
idiot. Well, he did. I showed it at the beginning, but okay. I think I showed it in here at some point.
I think he did. Kuihman L.
Or maybe I
is
showed.
one.
Maybe I showed it before. Maybe I showed that before. Before he jumped in. And then Cameron showed stuff where she said she lied. And so like now what? You want me to do 7 hours of research because this Diesel guy's so.
Yeah, she has. So when he says Karen has shown evidence that she says she lied, it is a isolated audio clip where she says, yeah, I've lied. I lied.
Well, no, he explicitly says that she lied, and that she's fucking crazy. And then Cameron shows us where she said she lied in his video. So it's all kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of lying here.
But it doesn't say what specific claim it's about at all.
He said she lied about the rape thing. I showed that earlier too. Oh, inept that he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Like he just is so fucking inept. He has no idea how to report on stuff. Like, what do you want me to tell you? Oh, but you gotta look into because he lied. Okay, so this guy got falsely accused of being a rapist, and then he made up lies afterwards to try to prove himself true because there's a bunch of weird terminally online freaks trying to go after him. True.
Dude.
And to be clear, Cameron would be one of those terminally online freaks. Okay.
Like-
What do you want me to tell? All right. Where the hell is Vic R. Amelia? Where is that? You got to go back to the Cathedral Ward and get to there. How do you get to there from here? Oh wait, you said the Cathedral Ward. Okay. All right. Tell you.
See, it's like that
I'm
there
gonna tell you, dude.
is so.
I can't remember if it's in this segment or maybe another one. The Papa Gut says, oh, when you're getting these text-to-speech donos on stream, you should cut those out of your segments. Because that's annoying. People don't want to hear that. But we want to hear you asking for advice on the video game? I guess we didn't see him upload this as a segment, so I don't know whether or not he would have deleted it. But I would way rather hear text-to-speech from a chatter than him asking chat for advice on the video game that he's playing. To be fair, maybe he would have cut this out if he made a segment, but it's been over a week and he hasn't uploaded it, so he doesn't really get any credit for that.
Fucking low IQ. It's
Why is it low IQ?
baffling that someone would say that on a stream.
Why?
Because he's basically dismissing anything that Cameron did. Oh, he was falsely accused. So anything that he does, no matter how bad it should look for him, well, he was falsely accused of something. So you gotta let him lie a little bit.
Okay.
Like-
What do you want me to tell? All right. Where the hell is Vic R. Doesn't know what the fuck he said she lied about the rape thing. I showed that earlier too. Oh, inept that he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Like he just is so fucking inept. He has no idea how to report on stuff. Like, what do you want me to tell you? Oh, but you gotta look into because he lied. Okay, so this guy got falsely accused of being a rapist, and then he made up lies afterwards to try to prove himself true because there's a bunch of weird terminally online freaks trying to go after him. True.
Dude.
And to be clear, Cameron would be one of those terminally online freaks. Okay.
Like-
What do you want me to tell? All right. Where the hell is? I'm gonna tell you, dude.
Is so fucking low IQ. It's
Why is it low IQ?
baffling that someone would say that on a stream.
Why? I don't understand.
Does he really not get why that would be low IQ? By that logic, basically whatever Cameron does, he gets away with it because he was false accused. He can do whatever he wants.
They would just go and say that.
Yeah, I watched the
what
coverage of the situation, and it wasn't a big deal. What was going on seemed to be convoluted, and a bunch of like terminally online kids.
It's just said there.
Very obnoxious. This guy call other people terminally online. If you cover YouTube drama, you're terminally online. All right. Again, I'm not excluding myself. Just obnoxious. That we're gonna act as if anybody, and nobody that you're seeing on your screen right now, can use that as a point to dismiss anything that anybody else says.
Is I will explain away any lie this guy is told.
Okay.
The story can never become inconsistent to me because he was being falsely accused. I know it to be a false accusation, so the lies are fine.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's such a
Oh,
stupid.
maybe this.
And he just agrees, even with Kuihman framing it like that. He's like, "Well, yeah, of course."
Any lie this guy is told,
Okay.
the story can never become inconsistent to me because he was being falsely accused. I know it to be a false accusation, so the lies are fine.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's such a
Oh,
stupid
maybe this way.
form of thinking to lay out
It's
explicitly
crazy.
on your stream. Anyone with any fucking sense who's watching here would just sit there and go, "Dude, you've just said you're not, like no evidence would change your position."
I think anybody with any like half a mind would just be like, "Wow, this is really fucking stupid." I'm not gonna even engage with this anymore because it's so convoluted.
That's all you've just said there. Is that evidence won't change your position.
But I mean, you are engaging with it. So there's a little bit of an added context with its Kuihman critiquing you about this, but if it was so convoluted and you just completely don't care, why are you watching somebody talk about your coverage of this? Because this is only half the video. The other half of Kuihman's video, he's covering Papa Gut's coverage of Hasan, Ethan stuff. But Papa Gut doesn't watch that. He clicks off the video before we get to any of that. So if that was so convoluted and you don't care about it, why not just watch the Hasan Destiny part of the video?
No matter how much he's lied about this, no matter how much the evidence is misportrayed, you won't change your view.
That's what. Thank you for $5 from Poto. Kuihman clips him so hard.
And then he just goes, "That's what?" That's his response to that. Maybe he'll do a little bit more after.
Convoluted.
That's all you've just said there. Is that evidence won't change your position, no matter how much he's lied about this, no matter how much the evidence is misportrayed, you won't change your view.
That's what. Thank you for $5 from Poto. Kuihman clips him so hard. Me and men in what? Khakis handcuffed him bananas. I don't know what the fuck that means, brother, but that's crazy.
That's all you're laying out there. You're just saying you're compromised.
I'm compromised, dude. I'm paid. I'm paid, dude. I'm paid. I'm compromised. What do you
Right, so yeah, that was his whole response to it, and then he does sarcastic repetition.
want me to tell you? I'm a
Well,
compromised
I'm
man.
not- listen, I'll show you.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
crazy that Papa Gut tries to play like he's the
Wow.
fucking normie guy when he's like this disgusting 40-year-old man who's got a room full of Funko Pops.
Damn, dude. I mean, I would say that I'm like a little terminally online, but I'm probably the most normal person who decides to cover
No kid.
internet slop. So
It's
that's true. Hey, hopefully this year, baby.
and never leaves.
I mean, I'll just give Papa Gut the benefit of the doubt, say that's true. Sure, maybe you're the least terminally online, the most normal of the people who cover YouTube drama, but the line is right here, and assuming Papa Gut is the most normal, least terminally online, he's still way up here, and then everybody else even further. Like, we're all way past the line. It doesn't matter. Like, well, I'm actually one of the most moral serial killers. Okay, well, that doesn't really matter. You're the serial killer, all right? We're all terminally online.
His computer.
That's so true. Actually, I have to leave my computer. My butt hurts too bad. I have work wounds from sitting down all day. My job's really difficult, so I actually have to have a butt pad. I got to get up every so often. So that is provably false. That's provably false, to be absolutely clear. Thanks for $5
Well, that's so false. Why are you not at a standing desk right now, standing up?
from Anthony. Why is I'm Alex Oakley brother making hippies on you? I don't know. What did I say? Kuihman clipped him so hard. Men in khakis handcuffed him. Bananas. I don't know what the fuck that means. You're telling me I can't read? I don't know what the fuck that means.
Yeah, I'll give Papa Gut credit there. I have no idea what that means either.
Just plays fucking Star Wars Goy Slop games day in, day out.
Whoa, goy slop. Is that like a anti-Semitic thing? That's fun. What the hell's going on there? What the fuck? But listen, dude, I actually play some pretty cool Souls-like games. Like, I'm a pretty good gamer, I think. All right.
And you're
I'm better than Dark Side Phil, DSP. Is that what it is? Right?
the normal guy. Bro,
He's a normal
get a
guy.
fucking life. Have some kids. I mean, it's probably way past time now, but Jesus, man, it's fucking
Hey, listen, we live in America, baby. It's never too late for kids. You know what I'm saying?
despicable.
Actually, here, I'll just show you where he said these things. Like, what do you want to tell me, bro? Here, I got a couple of them. I got this guy. You can hear him breathing. It's fucking disgusting. Ugh. Well, I was taking a look today, so I recorded them because I was like, oh, dude, like I want to make sure I was correct, so I have them here. Here we go. Here we go.
Now,
we'll do the first one where he says she lies all the time and everything. Here we go.
Pretty sure he's early 30s, so that's...
I'm not early 30s, dude. What the fuck? Okay, I'm fit fuck. You made me die, dude.
He's early 30s.
35, baby. Listen, man, I'm just gonna be real with you, and I don't want to shit on you too hard because I know you're having fun. You're telling me it's hard to do research. I don't do enough research. You literally just have to Google Papa Gut age. All you have to do is Google Papa Gut age. Here's the picture of me looking like a pedophile. You click the link, and it says 35. And then Taylor Swift there's apparently. I don't understand.
And what would that change? Oh, actually, for 35, he looks great. He doesn't change the substance of what's being said at all. It's like, he's just saying he's a fat old man who looks gross or whatever. That's the whole criticism. And Papa Gut's like, well, you say I don't do research. Why didn't you do research to verify whether or not I am a fat, gross old man? Like, what? Because it's not really a substantive critique. It doesn't need to be backed by evidence. He's just saying it to crap on you.
It's just so fun.
Also, I think Papa Gut at the beginning of this said that Kuihman is like the same age as Cameron, but I'm pretty sure Kuihman is like 26, and Cameron, what is Cameron now? 21? I don't know. Maybe Cameron is closer, but if I'm right about that, Cameron's 21 now. Kuihman's 26. That's a 5-year difference. That's within the range. Whether they're saying 40 or early 30s, that's within 5 years of 35. So your entire criticism there dismantled by your own logic. I don't think it matters. I think in any of these situations, really, or in either of those situations, it's just saying somebody is young or a kid versus saying someone's an old man. Okay, well, do we need to get this exactly right? Does it need to be evidence-backed? I don't think so. It's not integral to any of the serious points that are being made here.
It's like Papa Guy doesn't do any research. He won't watch 7 hours of coverage. He won't talk to my friend that I also think is stupid. He's what? He's 40? Wait, he's in his early 30s? Oh my god. It's like, it's such a stupid, it's a little point, but it's like, dude, this one's pretty basic. This is a quick Google search. Okay? Papa Guy TikTok star. I'm a TikTok star, bro. What are you talking about? Okay? I'm a TikTok star. Thank you for the $2 Maggie Toasty. What is this drama about? This a couple streams. It's fucking about dumb shit. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
That's rough, man.
That's rough. Life has been rough for me.
Passionate sex happens. And then
Whoa, passionate sex, dude. What the hell?
days later, Jelly accuses him of rape. Then she walks it back, and she lies some more, and lies, frankly, a lot.
Okay, cool. We got that, and then we got...
Whoa, guys,
Yeah, she lies a lot. That reduces the credibility of her allegations, no?
look at this clip of Diesel saying someone lied. She's a...
Cameron lied too, right? Wouldn't that reduce the credibility of the things that he says? And wouldn't you want a lot more context for the clips that he's showing in order to gauge what's really being said there? Nope.
liar. It's all lies. It's all made
She
up.
lied about the sexual assault. He even called it sex. So he doesn't even think it's assault.
Because Diesel said in this one clip, she's a liar.
I mean, listen, he's the collector of evidence. I don't know what to tell you, man.
How fucking dumb do you have to be to think this shows anything?
You guys think that they really like this girl that they're simping really hard for, and they're just like over validating it because they're young men that don't really get out of the house? You guys think that's what it is, or what exactly is motivating them to virtue signal so fucking hard over this?
Yep. They're all just trying to get some. It couldn't be that the guy with 78,000 subs is just saying things that they disagree with and they think is doing bad coverage or something. There's no way somebody could want to look into it or talk about it because of that. It's just that they're trying to get in Jelly Squish's pants. That is a strong point.
This situation.
Seriously, no, let's stop saying dumb. It's dumb to try to use this,
It's dumb.
but it's dishonest,
Ooh,
the thing he's doing here.
what am I doing?
He
Here?
is all he's doing here, he knows there's no evidence here. It's dumb to think you'll get away with it, but he knows there's no evidence here.
No evidence, baby.
He knows it's just Diesel saying something.
Yeah, go watch my coverage, man. I know it's just Diesel saying something. That is true. He is just saying something.
And he is trying...
I mean, here's the problem that you have is that this is Diesel saying something in a video where he's desperately trying to insinuate that Cameron is like this violent predator without explicitly saying it because he knows that he can't, because he knows that there's no like actual evidence of this guy being like the worst person in the world. I'm sure there's plenty of evidence of Cameron being at various points in his illustriously long life of being from 14 to 18, because that's the time that he was interacting with Yandere Dev, that he lied about things online. Like, yeah, probably. Sure, he's probably a liar. Okay. Thank you for $2 from Poto. Cuban has never touched a boob, dude. I touch my own all the time.
To force it through. He's saying, look, even this guy says it. Even this guy says it. Even this guy says it. Knowing he's proving nothing.
It's not really even this guy says it. This is where I got the information from. Why are you going so hard on, like, did you guys make a video about how terrible his coverage was? Is that... Thanks for $5 from James Smith. Stick figure zoomer reactor mad at base B streamer. Dude seems to have a bee in his bonnet. He should just join B and BBs. True. Let's see.
It could not.
Let me see if do we have? Is there a video about this guy that did he react?
No, you what? He what?
Did he react to this guy? FPS Diesel's video. What if he was black and fat? That's me, dude. C-Sam. Whoa. Zionism. Does he talk about FPS Diesel's video? I mean, I don't even know. Let's see. FPS. I imagine it would be in the title, right? This is from 10 days ago. I don't even know if he does. Would it be this?
He goes to
and that
Okay. I guess not. I don't even know. I have no idea if you even watched this guy's original video. I really have no idea.
I mean, he already agreed with you and said it was stupid, and then you just clicked through multiple videos of him covering more details about Cameron.
It's just trying to use the weight of a commentary YouTuber saying it.
I have a lot of it.
Who gives a fuck what Diesel says, man?
Oh.
Who gives a fuck? Are you retarded?
Stop, please.
Now, the reason I covered Jelly is because she played a role in everyone's story. She allegedly taught other minors to allegedly groom pedophiles, and
Whoa.
frankly, the case...
What does that mean? How do you groom pedophiles? How do minors groom pedophiles?
Can you say allegedly groom pedophiles?
I'm so sorry. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he says allegedly. He's by even saying that, by even utilizing that interpretation. It's him thinking that they can groom pedophiles. It's him. The point isn't that this guy like Diesel's a fucking...
Right. I'll agree. It sounds stupid. Maybe. Just trying to steel man what FPS Diesel is saying, which I don't necessarily think that's worth doing, but maybe he's saying other people have alleged that. Probably not worth repeating it in the way that he did there, if that even is what he's trying to say, but potentially that could be what FPS Diesel is saying there.
Being like weirdo. I don't think that he's somebody that likes kids or anything. The point is he just says words. He just uses the word grooming. There's no weight to his words. He just says words. There's nothing going on there. Okay, grooming is a deep methodical process. There's two types of grooming. There is the type of grooming where you're prepping someone for a job. I'm going to groom you to be a CEO. Or there's a type of grooming that is predatory, right? And so like when you use the word grooming, if you think that minors can groom pedophiles, you ever uttering that sentence is insane. He doesn't disavow the sentence. If you utter that sentence without disavowing that sentence, you're stupid. Like, you're dumb. You think that a minor, a child, a teenager has the ability to groom a grown adult. Grooming is a methodical process of like setting up a child for sexual exploitation. There can be times where it's not a child, and there can be times where it's not sexual exploitation. But you're telling me that this young girl is grooming pedophiles for grooming pedophiles is crazy. I know what he's trying to say. What he's trying to say is that like she tries to set them up to like, extort them or whatever. Which, by the way, I don't care about. I don't care if she tries to go after pedophiles. It doesn't mean anything. But I mean, she seems to have a pattern and a history of trying to like set older guys up. It seems to be her game. I mean, she needs better parents or something. I don't know. She needs to have her internet taken away. That's that's what I'm learning here. Thank you for $2 for Tiffany to Trill. Q-Man is British. Lewis McClung. Hey, we love Lewis, dude. He's always wearing such a nice fit. Always such a nice fit. This is the fucking
But he said
I
allegedly.
watched, and like maybe Cameron is super guilty, but this is the guy. This is your fucking...
Well, wait. Then
What?
why are you trusting? Wait, his whole thing. Okay.
Okay.
So
All right.
his whole thing is Diesel is a retard.
Whoa!
And I watched his video
Dude, that's not a nice word, bro. You can't say that.
where he said Karen's innocent, so I believe it.
Well, no, that's not my take. My take is that this guy obviously wants to paint Cameron in the worst light, and yet he still can't even say that he's a predator. And so that's the point that I'm making here. I think that's a pretty clear point, right? Or maybe it's not. Maybe I got to communicate better. Maybe I got to communicate better and breathe more in between sentences, or breathe less. I think that...
I think if you're calling somebody an idiot who does worthless coverage, then it is just not really worth using that person as a reference at that point.
The point of the is that he hates Cameron, but he still can't say that he's a predator, even though he's trying to say that he is one. Okay,
What?
I'm trying to hold my breath. I don't want you guys to make fun of me for being fat.
Diesel's a retard.
Don't say that.
I watched this retard's video where he says Cameron's innocent,
Don't say that.
so I believe Cameron's innocent.
Don't say that.
Huh?
He's doing like the classic fat person thing of, let me make fun of myself first for being fat and hopefully take the wind out of the sails of anybody trying to call me fat. Just comes across as overcompensating. It, it loops back. You know, if somebody does it a little bit here and there, it's like, oh, okay, this guy's not really that bothered by the fat comments. But then you keep doing it so much and it loops back to, you know, it seems like this guy actually is pretty insecure about this thing because he has to keep doing it over and over again as if to prove that it doesn't bother him.
Huh? What? What is this?
That's crazy, man.
What? Gabe Shortnoy is
What the fuck? What is this? Why? What is this? What the fuck?
like 4'11" and gets on his twinkle toes for every photo. Dude, why are you sending me
Beautiful.
this?
I love it.
Dude, what?
Definitely relevant to the commentary. Thanks for $2 from Acedia. Are you enjoying Bloodborne? Yeah, it's not too bad.
Okay.
This is your guide. He put together. Dude, I'm not out of breath from just streaming. Okay, I went to the gym today. Okay, I went inside of the gym. I bought a protein bar and I left the gym. It was a very high sugar protein bar. Okay, you got to give me a fucking break, dude. I'm disabled. I have diabetes. You guys have to relax. Okay, and I might have polycythemia vera. All right. Together the research, and then he did a horrible dog shit fucking video where he said she lies, and then he says she grooms pedophiles. So bro, thank you for the 3-month small gut from Brain Droid. Can we make some Q Boy's voice less annoying? What does Q Boy mean? Somehow I have no idea. Jubilee grooms pedophiles. Like, what the fuck, dude? What do you want me to do? What do you? It goes deeper. I don't care. How much deeper does it go? Hey guys, it goes really deep. Fuck, it goes deep. What does this mean? Why was his video so terrible? True. It's a good point.
Bro, you just said that it says that you can groom pedophiles. Papa Gut thinks that Diesel is saying in this video that Jelly groomed pedophiles.
Well, that is what he said, yeah.
And he's like, how's this video so terrible? Bro, you think he's saying that an underage girl groomed a pedophile? What do you mean? Yeah, the video's fucking terrible, retard.
That's funny. I mean, I already addressed that point. You know what I mean? If he saw my live stream and he did it, who gives a fuck? Why the fuck do I care? What does this mean? What do you want me to tell you? I see, we see what, you don't understand why he went after me and not FPS Diesel. Dude, it's because I'm fucking hot, dude. I'm fucking hot shit, dude. I'm on the rise, dude. This is my year. This is my year, bro. These people
Dude,
say,
like, what is he not
no, wait, we fucked up like 80 times. You have to watch this more deeply. What do we got here?
We fucked up? What, do you think Diesel's talking to him right now? Diesel ain't in chat, little bro.
What is that? Oh, he's not in.
Hold on,
I'm making myself all the fucking screen. I don't even know why I'm doing this untrue. This is so stupid. That's true. What is this?
Makes a content cop. If Cameron makes a content cop on, I guess, the people kind of criticizing him for this currently, he's going to have to come up with his own original opinions because he's not going to be able to prove anything else because no one who supports him has actually looked into it. The only person who seems to be supporting him now is Papa Gut. Papa Gut hasn't looked into it.
Yeah, that's a fucking idiot.
No, I'm looking through it all.
Yeah, can we get an I need an anti-Dickers filter for the stream. Just remember
God
Dickers
damn,
for
this
everything.
stupid shit. I get like harassed by all these 2-follower Andys being like, oh, Republicans. Come on, fuck off. React Andy does nothing but sit down his fat ass.
This guy literally said sending me a core video to something he wanted me to react to. Like, okay, what are you talking about?
That is
I did
true.
a reaction to something. I forgot what it was. It might have been a Jake Doolittle video, and I found someone else doing it, so I kind of cut it up, try to get that guy's commentary out. And he's like, "You could just ask me for the full thing." Okay. He did say that in a comment, yeah. And like react to Andy until I disagree with you. Like that's totally chill. And just to be clear, the reason why I didn't want to talk to him because you could just tell that there's something off about this guy in his commentary, just by the way he talks. And I was right with his FPS Diesel video. It's one of the reasons why I try not to get too really community driven with any content creators anymore because they're all like a lot of these guys are fucking weirdos. It's hard to be friends with commentary people because they are so fucking strange internally online. Honestly, and frankly, and to be clear, like back in the day, I was too. Like I'm not sitting here saying that I was like fucking amazing and perfect. Like you get sucked into just the absolute fucking idiot perspectives, and I just didn't want to be part of that.
But wait. What? React Andy until I disagree with you? That's totally true. What does that even mean? First of all, you fucking numbskull.
You don't know what that means? It means that he liked me and wanted to give me information until I criticized him, and then all of a sudden I'm just a React Andy. Come on, this is one of the problems. Like it's
Did he? Or was it just that? Because again, it sounds like something that FPS Diesel knew more about. He had the original footage or whatever. He's like, oh, hey, if you're going to cover this, I'll give you this so it can be covered properly. I don't know that it's FPS Diesel fanboying. Oh boy, I really hope Papa Gut reacts to this on his stream. I'd love to see him react to my thing. Doesn't seem like that's what's going on here.
you know, you ruin your credibility every time a decent point is made, and you're just like, oh, that's a bad point. It's like, okay. You know, that makes it seem like you just don't like me. And what's not to like, dude? Look at me. I look like Santa Claus, okay? You're not getting a gift this year.
But when you just sarcastically repeat everything that Kuihman says, that's supposed to give you credibility? Is there anything that Papa Gut has said, oh, that's true, other than the fat accusations? Everything else, he's just like, oh, sarcastically repeat. But then if Kuihman doesn't give him credit, it takes away from his credibility.
$2 from Future Nightmare Games. Papa Gut reacting to a guy reacting to a guy. Papa Gut base. True.
Second of all,
Man, that joke just needs to completely die. if you want to comment that, hey, this is like reactception or whatever, fine. But we're reacting to a reaction to a react, that drives me insane. It is on the level of telling, well, why'd the chicken cross the road to get to the other side? The joke's been told that many times.
Yeah, he might send you resources if you're doing coverage of something. That doesn't mean if you come to a stupid conclusion, he's not going to say, whoa, this guy's retarded.
Whoa, dude, what's up? You're gonna make me
I
upset.
just watched through this guy's coverage, and he sounds like a fucking retard here. I actually
That is basically what I said about FPS Diesel's videos, so, you know. Yeah.
totally reasonable for people to come to that conclusion after watching you cover something, Papa Gut.
True. The point was is that I'm just that he's saying that people who do reactions are stupid. That's like his insult is that I'm a React Andy, but he liked me before this. That's the whole point. So it's just like him being inconsistent because he's upset that I made fun of him for having horrible dog shit coverage. That's the point, dude. Dude, what's wrong?
Did he like you, Papa Gut? From what I've seen, that's not what's being proven here. It's just that he wanted something to be covered correctly. That's how it comes across to me. Doesn't seem like he is particularly fond of Papa Gut. Maybe he likes Papa Gut less now because Papa Gut talked crap about him. I wouldn't doubt that. But it doesn't seem like FPS Diesel was fanboying or anything like that. It was just, hey, if you're gonna cover this, I could have given you the resources. Just want this stuff to be covered correctly, even though FPS Diesel is an idiot who can't cover stuff correctly himself. He can still wish that other people would do that.
You're having Funko Pops, bro. Are you just upset that you're fucking poor? Are you upset that you're poor? You can't afford thousands of dollars worth of useless items?
I feel like it.
Wait, is he saying he spent thousands of dollars on Funko Pops?
He's upset that I made fun of him for having horrible dog shit coverage. That's the point, dude. Dude, what's wrong with having Funko Pops, bro? Are you just upset that you're fucking poor? Are you upset that you're poor? You can't afford thousands of dollars worth of useless items?
I feel like it.
So maybe there are other useless items included in the thousands of dollars. But that is completely absurd. If he really has spent thousands of dollars on Funko Pops, I mean, I think they're very lame, but if you have a character that you really like or something and you buy that specific character, fine. If you're spending thousands of dollars on such a lame collectible, yeah, that is worth pointing out. Like, there's got to be a cooler collectible than the Funko Pop, because the Funko Pops barely even look like the characters. They make them all look like little. I don't know what the animation style is, but it takes all the details out of them, and they all basically look the same, just with different outfits.
Probably is upon him to at least watch the coverage offline. Maybe kind of like speak to if he's
Hey, Kuihman, Papa Gut really doesn't like it when people use the arsenal. Great to know.
Dude's video. What do you want me to watch? Dude, it upsets me, bro. It reminds me of when I was your age and I used to use all the slurs.
Because you've tried to reach out to him, right?
No.
So like there were prior
No, of course not. Which is fine. He knows I'm not gonna respond to him.
things where he like reacted and covered stuff to me, and I was like,
To me?
all right, you know, like I would tell him in the chat, I'm like, you always reach out to me, blah blah blah.
See, there you go. React Andy, but you can always reach out to me if you want the core video. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
I'm always available, blah blah blah. Right? So it's like
So the answer is no. He didn't reach out to me. And if he did, I would ignore him. Why the fuck would I talk to this guy?
he
That's
knew
true.
who I was.
That's true. That's a
There
good
was
point.
He's like
That's a great
so
point.
just.
That's a good point. That's a great point, Papa Gut.
communication there, but
No, there was no.
He's like so
Papa Gut, that's a great point.
Just embarrassed.
Listen, I'm embarrassed. From the start of me ever looking at this guy, I could tell that there's something weird about. This is the reason why I don't talk to these people. Because so many of them are weird fucking freaks. This guy.
I like Papa Gut. I like Papa Gut. A 300-pound man,
Whoa, dude, this guy just complimented me, bro. I weighed myself this morning. I'm 333. Dude, what the fuck?
40 years old, sitting in a room full of Funko Pops,
True.
getting sent fucking Teddy Fresh merch, showing
That's
his
true.
fucking bit
That is true. I am getting sent Teddy Fresh merch.
gut, jiggling around doing the truffle shuffle while he changes tops.
Excuse me. Listen, young man. I know that this guy's just jealous because I threw it the fuck back better than a black woman. This guy's upset. He actually, what I know though is that apparently this guy is literally watching my streams. He's sitting here. He's watching my streams. He's telling you I did the truffle shovel, dude. I fucking broke that shit down, boy. Hold on a second. I'm about to destroy this guy. This is gonna fucking devastate him. Are you kidding me? I'm about to fucking evaporate this guy. All right, are you guys ready?
So this is something that to him is worth bringing in other context. For this, let's pull something else up separate to prove that he can twerk very well. For that, we're gonna pull up supplemental resources.
Ready for this shit, dude? Are you guys serious? Dude, this is what we're talking about. Here we go. Look at this. Look at this. He's watched this coverage. This is what he's called the truffle shovel. He watches my streams on the regular. He's upset that I got a nice fit. We got the fit.
Did he tell Ethan the wrong size? Or is that how he wears his shirts? Seems a little tight.
He watches my streams on the regular. He's upset that I got a nice fit. We got the fit, and then I accidentally lost my place. Where's the twerking? Look at this. He's upset. That's the truffle shuffle, baby. He's upset.
That's not bad. What do you guys think?
Okay, so this is supposed to be redeeming Papa Gut, and he's prostituting himself online. All right,
dude, that's fucking crazy. That shit fucking blasts. Okay, listen, I just want to be absolutely clear that this guy basically just admitted that he was sitting on the stream watching me twerk. That's what this guy likes to do. You like to watch Papa Gut streams and watch me twerk? That's fucking gay. That's gay, dude. That's fucking gay. It's gay that.
okay, is that a point against Kuihman? He's gay, down with the gays, or what? What are we saying here, Papa Gut?
You knew that I did that on.
Don't say the R slur, but you can call people gay derogatorily
On my stream. That means that you tuned into my stream the next day and you started watching me twerk my fucking ass. And you're sitting here making fun of me for being fat. Why the fuck are you watching me twerk, dude? What the hell's the matter with you, dude?
because he hates you, right? Surely you're familiar with the concept of hate watching.
You watch my stream every day
I know I am. I'm very personally familiar with hate watching people.
offline. What the hell are you doing, bro? You know that he's just jealous that I fucking clapped that shit, boy.
Dude, shut the fuck up. I'm sick of it from these people. The most wretched losers online are saying other people are weird. The most...
I can't wait for the part in this video where he shows me all this evidence that I'm supposedly missing. That'll change the tide of the battle instead of just reacting to my stuff. Because that would be what you would do here if you were correct, right? Like in this video.
So again, Kuihman, your video needs to be about spoon feeding me the information about how I'm wrong. It can't be you watching my video and critiquing my coverage of it. No, your video needs to be tailored to me properly understanding this thing. Okay, if you wanted that, Kuihman's already done videos that would do that for you. But no, it needs to be not only spoon-fed, but Kuihman needs to chew up the food, put it back onto the spoon, open Papa Gut's mouth by lowering his jaw for him, dump the food in there, move his jaw up and down, then dump some water in his mouth to help him wash it down. Like, come on. Why does it need to be so spoon-fed to you? There's no way that he can get this information, again, unless it's in a commentary video specifically tailored for him to understand this.
You're like, Papa Gut's a fucking idiot. He's a big, fat, stupid, lazy person who has to breathe between like every syllable. All true. That's what you do. You sprinkle in some truth and then you throw in some lies. And here's all the coverage that he needed to watch in like a more simplistic form. Like, boom, oh, look at this. Here's like an excerpt of this. And like, or here, boom, the smoking gun, the smoking barrel. You're destroyed. Then I'll look like a fucking fool. So I'm assuming that's it.
Well, if you don't think that you look like a fool, why have you not uploaded this segment yet? Why is it still only on a stream VOD hidden behind a paywall? Why is that the only way people can watch this? If you didn't look like a fool in this at all.
In here. I has to be in here. We can't just...
And again, maybe he'll upload the segment. I'll have to take away that point, but it's been over a week. He said he was going to upload it within a week, and it's been over a week now.
Go right to watching my videos. Thank you for the 14 most small got from JH Cruz. Kuihman a jorkin at the Papa Twerk. True. Thanks for $5 from Shandy616. Great, now I'm gooning. That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
No fashion.
So maybe these people do like having their ears burped into, because they seem to enjoy Papa Gut busting a move there. They seem to be in favor of that.
Language, okay? Let's veer away from...
Whoa, fascist language. Thanks for $2 from Kabar. Would you please let me sniff? Okay.
But the most...
Okay. Yeah, it's confirmed. They are just into it. They asked if Papa Gut would let them sniff. Yeah, these are depraved, sick individuals watching Papa Gut and enjoying it. All right, the only way you can watch Papa Gut is if you're hate watching them.
Off kilter.
What am I
You
doing
don't
here?
want these people in society. Remove yourself. Tier individuals.
Are you telling me that? Are you saying I shouldn't be here?
Like,
Should I just jump down?
shouldn't be afforded the same rights and privileges as me. Shouldn't be considered,
Listen, dude.
in the same class.
I'm so sorry, but I'm fucking, unfortunately, the way that it works is just the opposite. If you got money, baby, you get all the rights. All right, poor people don't get rights, bro. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
These types of people are out here telling you to touch grass. Fused to his chair, he's telling you to touch grass.
Off this Yandere Dev thing. And then he's just trying to keep going. So it's like, now it's Cameron. Hey guys, Cameron. You know when Cameron was 14, he started talking to this Yandere Dev guy? By the way, Yandere Dev grooms children but he couldn't possibly have had a negative impact on Cameron to make him kind of like stupid for a while. Cameron got older. This is a good point, by the way. Unironically, like every joke aside, if you guys are claiming Yandere Dev is like some kind of fucking groomer, which I think he's a danger to children, why not consider the idea that Yandere Dev fucking like had a terrible impact on this Cameron kid from 14 years old that they worked together? You don't think that that's like a decent concept of like, oh, you know what, that makes sense. The Yandere Dev latches himself onto children and then has a profoundly negative impact on their fucking mental. I don't think that that's a terrible point. That's a decent point, right? I'm not saying that everything can.
Sure, but it wouldn't excuse what he did entirely, and it would still make sense that people critique what he did.
Cameron has done is great, but I'm saying, like, why is that not a factor? That's like literally these guys are like all terminally online children of revolving themselves around a fucking weird freak loser who makes video games about fucking anime girls in high school and sniffing their panties or whatever, right? So like all these kids got fucking sucked into this weird like vacuum, just terminally online weird fucking shit. Thank you for 5,000 future nightmare games. How can you be?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to say maybe they should add that to their coverage, I mean, I think it's kind of obvious that, oh, this guy's been interacting with Yandere Dev since he was 14. Probably a weirdo. Probably had his head messed with. Sure, fair if you want to bring that up. But again, since it doesn't really make what he did right, it's not worth all that much. Like, yeah, he hung out in weird circles and he's probably a weirdo. Okay.
You be talking about this when children are being obliterated in Gaza. True. Asking for Hasan Piker. That's a good point, man. That's a great point.
And to be fair to Kuihman, he's done a lot more coverage of this. He may very well have said that at one point in time. Maybe not. I don't know for sure. But he also may very well have said that.
Obliterated in Gaza. True. Asking for Hasan Piker. That's a good point, man. That's a great point. By the way, he didn't actually rape that girl, but I said he did, but he didn't. But she didn't, though. She's a liar. She's also a psychopath, by the way, right? Like she's crazy. That's what he said. That's what he says to her. She probably was, dude. Again, she's in like this insane sphere of fucking Yandere Dev. Crazy.
This minor lying to everybody and being really good at it.
She's really good liar.
There was just no way that I could tell this story without saying that, yes, there is this person named Jelly and she did these things and she's probably fucking crazy.
Oh my god, this is a person I have to take credibility. What is this? What do you want me to do? That's a good point. That's a great point. Who the fuck is this guy? He's so smart.
See, like, it's not even. See, it's so retarded.
Well, so are you saying that she's like super credible? Are you saying that she's like a super credible individual? Is that what you're saying? That she's not like that she doesn't lie about like a lot of shit and that like okay.
It's so retarded. Here's a video of Diesel saying she's crazy.
No, it doesn't sound like Kuihman is saying that. I don't know why you would think that's what he's saying.
What, you expect me to believe anything she says ever now? What?
Well, there's a are you saying that he's wrong? Or you know, are you saying that she didn't like? I don't understand. I mean, again, we saw the audio. Am I missing something from the literal audio that Cameron shows, where she like she literally says that she wasn't trying to call him like a fucking like a rapist? Maybe we should rewatch that part. Maybe we should rewatch that audio just for the context of it. Look, Cameron's live streaming something, so we can watch. There we go. Cameron. Let's see if we can get to that point. Maybe I misinterpreted what he said. Let's see. Because that's two people verifying the situation at this point. Okay. All right, let's watch this. Let's see what we got here.
People and falsely accused me of sexual assault without any proof.
I'm really open and honest about what I've done. I lied about you in private. I did. But I wasn't trying to imply that, like, you assaulted me.
So what is her saying that I wasn't trying to imply that you assaulted me says to me that she wasn't saying that he assaulted her. Like sexually. Is this supposed to be a physical assault thing? Is that the claim that she didn't try to imply that he physically assaulted?
And
I mean, what do we got here? What is it? That's pretty cut and dry to me, no?
Sexual that I never did.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like she's taking that back and she's not saying that Cameron essayed her, right? I think the bulk of the criticism is that what seems to be he just made up that he wanted to do this documentary and needed an in-person interview for it, and then kind of on some level came on to her. And it doesn't seem like Cameron has even denied every single point that he did physically touch her, right? He admits that he did pick her up and stuff like that. And his response to Jelly Squish saying, you picked me up and it was obvious that I wasn't into it because I was yelling and hitting you. And he's like, were you? What? I don't remember that. It's a very weird response to me that really you picked someone up and supposedly they're hitting, but you just don't remember. But you do admit that you made her uncomfortable. It's just it was more subtle than that, and that was what gave it away to you. And he even says that he feels really bad about it too. So it seems pretty obvious that this guy made physical advances that she was not into.
I didn't know.
And he was on some level aware that she was not into it, but that did not seem to stop him.
No, what do we got here? What is it? That's pretty cut and dry to me, no?
Sexual that I never did. I didn't know you didn't like being picked up. I put you down. It's not sexual.
I had like a Spurg freak out, and they're acting like I had a rational response.
Yeah, I didn't know that picking you up was going to trigger your PTSD. I didn't know that. You didn't tell me that. And you said that. And we've talked about it, and I still feel awful about it.
Yeah, we talked. It's none of their fucking business.
It had nothing to do with sex. And after...
Okay, so like those are all cut together. What is we got here?
Does he include his very odd response to her saying, "I was hitting you," making it very obvious? I did not want to be picked up. Oh, I don't remember that. That's why I don't really think you should take all that much from these short snippets. Like, yeah, it does seem like he did not essay her, but does not seem like he didn't make any unwanted physical advances.
We got several people verifying that information's out of context and that she didn't claim that she falsely accused him of fucking assault or falsely insinuated. Okay. What police report are we talking about? Is the police report that he raped her? Or what is it in the police report that you want me to take like a quick look at? Exactly. Like, what is it that you want me to look at? The call was proven to be clipped and edited. Well, yeah, he played small segments of different things. What is your point? Like, what edited what? So you're saying that she didn't say that she, I mean, like when she says she wasn't trying to imply that he assaulted her. How was it AI? What is that referring to then? Because like, yeah, he showed small snippets of the conversation. Okay. Like, okay, I don't know what else to tell you.
Why don't you like take a moment to like look into some of the evidence? Maybe the video of Cameron being physically abusive. Maybe the numerous recordings of arguments.
Oh, can you show that on here? Wouldn't that be like a slam dunk to show here?
Where Cameron is haranguing and pestering people around his house, trying to hold things over their head.
I think that does get pulled up in here at some point. Might have to skip ahead of that because we're pretty far into this. I'm not trying to make a 3 or 4 hour long video.
He's going around pestering people around his house, holding things over his head. What the fuck does that mean?
Maybe the fake legal notices that he sent to his roommate to try and coerce her into signing stuff. Maybe
coerce her into signing stuff about what?
we could go down the list of all the evidence of insane shit Cameron's engaged in with these two women.
It sounds like a lot of toxic drama. Okay.
Well, one girl at the time, I guess. Woman and the
Can you show some of that information? This would be such a slam dunk if you just showed that. Does he show it?
girl. We can go through the endless list, endless hours of coverage, but
well, why don't you just show some of that? Show, like, you literally, if he's beating women, why don't you just show that in the video? Where is this clip exist?
No, notice how he does this. If you have clips of him beating women, did anybody else say beating? Or was it just Papa Gut? Was Papa Gut the first one to say beating women? Now, seems like he's trying to make more of this claim. I don't know why he would want to do that. Make it as if people are saying way more, unless maybe he wants to prepare himself for when he sees this. Be like, oh, that's all it was? I thought he was beating women. Nobody else has said that here.
God says, unless you can put in a single chat message.
Maybe you would know this stuff if I put the slides, whatever. I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm responding to this. I'm watching this guy's video. Wouldn't it be a slam dunk in here to just show it to me explicitly instead of to just lean on his non-existent credibility?
Narrative of how Cameron is.
It really drives me nuts the way he keeps repeating this, as if the video is supposed to be catered to improving his understanding. Right? That's like something a video essayist does. That's not really what Kuihman does. He just makes fun of people on his live stream. His videos aren't really made to educate people.
Obfuscated and lied.
Do you guys have a link to this? Him beating a woman? Can you show it to me?
About the details of these.
It's been
again beating a woman.
Showed so many times. Why isn't it shown here? Well, give me a link. Show me where to go. Send it to me on Instagram. You guys come in here and you chirp. Show it to me. If it's real, just show the.
And again, spoon feed it to me, guys. Spoon feed it. I can't be bothered to look into any of this. Put it right on my doorstep for me, please.
Fuck. It's interesting how I'm like, hey, okay, he's physically abusive with women. Can you show this to me? And you're like, you're not doing any research. This guy doesn't show it in his video. Can you just it's all yapping. You guys are like, I don't know. I guess the argument is
He shows it in at least one other video, but again, it has to be in this video with Papa Gut's name on it. Otherwise, it's too much to ask.
That this guy's also a fucking idiot and doesn't know how to show proof in here.
Why are we assuming that's the point of Kuihman's video? The video is about you, Papa Gut, being an idiot, not about addressing Cameron and what he's done. Kuihman's already done videos on that.
Thanks for 5,000 Kabar. All the YouTube drama would end with Hasan Piker versus Papa Gut twerk off. It might solve all the world conflicts. True.
Okay, yeah, his audience is so weird. They really seem to love that he twerks and they want to sniff it.
Where is it? Do we have it in here?
Allegations.
I don't know. Okay.
Unless you can put that in a single chat message, he can't hear it. He can't hear it. That's the standard he's about to set for us.
Well, yeah.
Oh, no, what do you know? He's doing that again here.
I said, give me a quick synopsis and I'll have a conversation with somebody if I like, and you guys couldn't do it. That's kind of you being an idiot. You couldn't even say, oh, there's a video of him beating a woman. And then I would be like, oh, where's the video?
Because Diesel said she's crazy. I can't do any research because Diesel said she's crazy. You don't understand, guys.
Say, go into public and explain this whole situation to another person. And when they laugh at you, understand that's my reaction to this. This shit is terminally online.
It's so terminally online. He says, fused to his fucking chair. Fused to
Where's the video of him beating a woman? Do you guys have this?
his fucking chair.
Notice, I think 4 times now, he said beating a woman. Pretty sure what Kuihman said was physically abusive. But Papa Gut feels the need to sensationalize it, beating women.
This is so terminally online. Guy that covers every fucking scrap of Ethan drama. This
True.
is so terminally online. Guy that can't leave it.
Where's that? I mean, you guys are in the chat right now. Can you guys show it? Then you guys like give me a link. Send it to me on Instagram or something. Link it to me on Twitter.
DoorDash every fucking.
I'm personally choosing not to look into it. Okay, I'm just actually gonna ban you from the chat because you're an actual fucking moron. Okay. Check the description of Diesel's video. Okay, let's check the description of Diesel's video. Let's take a look at this. What the fuck?
I think he does pull it up from here. So I'm just going to fast forward to him finding that. Oh, he goes back. Okay, we'll watch this part. I'm pretty sure he does pull it up at some point.
Right? No? What are you talking about? And explain this.
Do any research because the narrative of how Cameron has obfuscated and lied about the details of these allegations. Unless you can put that in a single chat message.
I could have swore he said that there was video evidence that he beat a woman. No?
Girl. 2 women.
No, Kuihman never said beat. Okay, so it looks like he's still looking for that. I'm at 58:30 just in case. I'm almost positive he does pull up. Yeah, here we go. I think this is it.
Really top notch here. Where are these videos? I'm searching around for this. Is it this MP4? Am I allowed to show it on stream? Okay, this is an audio. Okay, so this is an audio. Is day after the incident. It gives context to what's come and verifies what happened. Wasn't able to report. This is what we're talking. It's 23 minutes long. What exactly? This isn't him beating a woman. What am I looking into here? Which one is explicitly him beating a woman? Where is this video that you claim?
Again, over and over, beating a woman. Green said physically abusive.
Claimed is him being physically abusive. Stop telling me it's all in the document. You guys are you.
Oh, there you go. You actually said what Kuihman said there instead of sensationalizing it.
You guys are sitting here and you're saying that you know everything about what's going on. You're chirping like a bunch of fucking little kids. Tell me exactly what I'm supposed to look at. You guys, your entire.
I swear he had the video pulled up just now. He could have hit play on it. But no, he has to pause more to say, no, you guys aren't spoon feeding me enough. Please chew up the food and put it into my mouth for me. Baby bird style.
Entire claim is that I'm not doing enough research and that you guys are like the top tier experts on this situation. Yet he.
Okay, obviously they're not. They're dumb chatters. Or does he just give up here before he finds it?
Refuses to show this supposed video of the guy of Cameron beating this girl. Is it in here? And do I just have to wait a little longer? Is this the smoking gun? Wait.
Oh, so Kuihman does even have it in this video. It looks like.
Oh, this might be his smoking gun. Is this it?
Puts his arm around the neck.
Okay, here we go. Maybe he showed
This
it.
guy being weird as fuck.
I don't know why you guys didn't just tell me it was supposed to here. Here we go. Is this the one?
Blackmail in video. Mate,
All right.
Just start looking at some of the absolutely insane mail on this and her being a white female, except he censored the parts of blackmail in his video and used to accuse her of violent past to excuse his own proven to some extent
Oh, let me reduce the fucking timing. I want to see the violent part.
abuse, such as the video where right here we can see, if we just pull this video up,
Okay.
this guy being weird as fuck.
Weird as fuck.
Where he comes in,
Okay.
puts his arm around her neck,
I'm gonna destroy her.
What the fuck?
then grabs her by the fucking throat.
That's Okay, I'm gonna take a piss. I gotta get up for once. That is the physical assault? Okay, dude.
What do you want to call it? It's clearly physical, right? You think abuse is too... I'm pretty sure I watched this guy watch a Caleb Hammer video with a couple, and he's saying that this guy is like abusive to his wife. Just based off of the stuff that's shown on Caleb Hammer's show. But calling that physical abuse, that's literally laughable. But when he over and over calls it beating a woman, well, then it's a lot easier to dismiss that. Because like, oh, I thought we were beating a woman here, and that's not what's happening.
Dude, I love that. What we just watched here is him going way too far with a joke, making her uncomfortable, and her snapping back at him. Definitely inappropriate, Cameron. You need to learn better boundaries, you fucking moron. He's being weird. That's your physical assault claim? Okay. You got me. You fucking...
What do you want to call it if not physical abuse? Oh, God. What would you call it then? It's literally physical.
Owned me on that one.
And he's choking the woman to the point where she's clearly uncomfortable. Like, she instantly gets mad. And in turn is physical with him. It's not like she's saying stop or anything like that. She has a instant physical response to it, like, get out of my face. After she's already made it clear when he did this part that she's not feeling it. And then he goes further with it.
Pushes him off. He starts digging his fucking chin into her head. Great.
Digging his chin?
Oh
no!
Try to push him slightly off. Her head's moving around because he's causing a pain on the top of her head.
Oh my God,
'cause
he's
a freak
raping
who's
her
trying
in
to
front of
cause
our
pain.
eyes.
There's also obviously the audio recording where he admits the key parts of the allegation. There's the dick.
So now he says he's R-ing her. Again, he's just to keep blowing it up because he's acted as if there's nothing worth condemning Cameron for when this is something he's willing to do on camera. Just, first of all, he does this. She makes it obvious, not comfortable, don't do that. So then he does this. She makes it very, very obvious that she's not into it. And then he starts digging his chin into her head, just repeatedly violating physical boundaries. But if you blow it up and sensationalize, oh, beating women, well, then, yeah, that's going to be pretty underwhelming. That's why Kuihman didn't say that he beats women.
Stickers, location logs that he has been sent that show the distance from her house and the whole story about how she had to be dropped off at her grandma's. We've got all these proven contradictions.
And now he has to performatively fake cry. He's like, oh, shoot, maybe I shouldn't have acted as if it was completely ridiculous that Cameron got physical with a woman before. Maybe it was a bad idea to act as if he'd never done that because this was all it took was clicking on one of Kuihman's videos, or he even pulled it up in FPS Diesel's doc. He could have just fast forwarded a little bit in that video that he pulled up and he would have seen it. But that was too much for Papa Gut, and he would rather just say, no, there's absolutely nothing here. And then when it's shown that he's wrong, no, Cameron's clearly physically abusive with a woman on camera. He's a fake cry and make it seem like it's completely ridiculous that people would point this out, that, hey, beyond bizarre that you would feel comfortable doing this on camera when the girl has repeatedly made it clear to you that she does not want you in her space at all. Definitely doesn't want you choking her or digging your chin into her head. And then he says, oh, he R'd her. Really? Okay. I thought this was the guy that was uncomfortable with Nick DiOrio and Chud Logic doing our review segments.
Contradictions in his story about the abuse allegations and his story about the sexual assault allegations. Not lies he told after to get out of it, but things he's saying about his story. Things in the initial story that are untrue or been proven false or whatever, or that he's contradicted.
And again, if he thinks this is so ridiculous and he was so correct, why has he not uploaded this? Why is it a week later and he still hasn't thought, hey, let me prove how ridiculous Kuihman's point is here? How utterly absurd it is that he would call this physical abuse when that's clearly what it is. Obviously, I'm so right, and that's why, even though I explicitly said I would upload the segment, I haven't. I said it would be within a week. It's been more than a week, and I still haven't uploaded it. But I'm still super correct, and Kuihman had 0 points. Weird. Weird that the only place that I can find this is behind a paywall.
Time and time again, we can go through these.
I've
You
called
can go back through all of my videos. We go through the calls, we go through everything. We go through the corrected documents.
I have to call somebody. He just fucking raped a woman in front of our fucking eyes.
So much shit you could go through to figure out, oh, wait, there's actually way more smoke here than I realized.
so much
Obviously, we
smoke.
can't prove most of it either way. Obviously, you never
There's
get to
so
prove
much
most of it either
smoke.
way in any allegation
It
case
can't
like
get
this.
any worse than this.
But there is enough that is proven
There's
to where you
it
should have
can't
a
get any
far
worse than
different
this.
outlook on it than this should.
Right? No, nobody said it can't get any worse than this. Nobody said you need to condemn Cameron for life. People just said, hey, there's not nothing. This guy is a very proven weirdo who clearly violates people's boundaries, but he wants to be the content cop. And Papa Gut, it's completely ridiculous that you would even want to look into this more than FPS Diesel's video. And then he'll downplay everything. He's just doing some very weird fake crying segment here and acting as if anybody said Cameron harmed anybody. No, nobody said that. Right? Queen said physically abusive, and then on stream, Cameron is willing to do this sort of stuff.
Oh
It's just a
my
1916
God.
age gap. I'm just like, not telling me online, so
Oh
I don't
my
care.
God. Is there any
No,
more?
you actually
we
should
good?
probably be looking at the fact that this guy repeated Hasan Piker.
Okay. All right.
That would make.
Gotcha. So that's the smoking gun. I just want to be very clear. You told me this is a video of him like him being domestically abusive, and he was being obnoxious, but he wasn't domestic abuse.
Well, he said physical abuse, and if it's not physical abuse, what do you want to call that, Papa Gut?
I think that you guys are. I don't know how to communicate to you.
Like, that wasn't physical abuse. That was physically, repeatedly violating someone's very clear boundaries. Okay, I think we can call that physical abuse. Again, nobody that's critiquing Cameron says he needs to be thrown in a pit for all eternity. So, just that, hey, this is worth bringing up and critiquing. But Papa Gut has blown this up over and over again, so that way he can make it, no matter what comes out, he can make it seem ridiculous.
I don't know how to communicate to you, boss. I think, God bless you.
A great way to communicate would to be say what that is. What would you call that if not physical abuse? That would be a great way to communicate with them.
I want to believe that you're being genuine. You're just so young and fucking terminally online and stupid that you think that was like some kind of domestic abuse or assault or whatever the fuck. But dude, that was such a nothing.
Why do you want to believe that he thinks that when he hasn't called it that?
Like, that wasn't good. You want to have like a relationship conversation? What we saw there was Cameron clearly, I'm assuming that they're boyfriend and girlfriend in some capacity, playing around with her in a way that was like pushing boundaries. And she reaffirmed the boundary. He's being obnoxious. He's being annoying. He's being wrong.
She reaffirmed them, and then he repeatedly violated the boundary.
Is this something that like I'm supposed to morally condemn him? Your big own to me is that Cameron was being too forceful in his playing with her and obnoxious.
My understanding of play means that the people involved are having fun. Is that not what playing is? Seems like only one guy is having any semblance of fun, and the other person is very clearly uncomfortable.
Okay. Does my wife need access to resources? No, I think I need access to resources, brother. My wife, if I ever fucked with my wife will stab me to death, just to be absolutely clear. Oh man, I feel kind of bad for you, brother. I feel bad. Yay, hey, Kuihman, I see you in the chat. You want?
Wait. So maybe he's not exactly saying this, but why would your wife be stabbing you? Unless this was worthy of a stabbing, right? Maybe he's saying more generally, if he did something else completely unrelated to his wife, she would stab him?
Is that Cameron was being too forceful in his playing with her and obnoxious. Okay. Does my wife need access to resources? No, I think I need access to resources, brother. My wife, if I ever fucked with my wife will stab me to death, just to be absolutely clear. Oh man, I feel kind of bad for you.
Okay, so there's nothing there, but if you did that to your wife, she would stab you to death. Okay.
Your brother. I feel bad. Yay, hey, Kuihman, I see you in the chat. You want to see something? You're about to get owned again. You ready? Are you ready, Kuihman? I'm not glued to the
Oh, is he gonna prostitute himself some more? Do a little bit of prawn?
chair, dude. You just got fucking owned again.
Okay, no, he's just getting up. And I think he goes to the bathroom.
With that amount of victims covered this.
Oh, that was a quick. That was like barely over a minute. Is this man washing his hands? I don't know if I believe he's washing his hands. That was very quick.
Time to sweep harder for Cameron. Time to sweep harder. Thank you for the 5,000 Buller. With that amount of victims covered this week alone, Mr. Lib should just hand over the URL button. True. That's crazy. That's crazy. Sorry, I had to take a piss. So I owned you by standing up, but I didn't own you because I have diabetes and I have to piss frequently. So you kind of won on that one, brother. Thank you for the 14 months small gut from Ferozy. Let him know Papa debate this. How would I debate this guy? There's nothing productive. There's nothing productive. There's no productive conversation to have out of this guy. What do you want me to say? Did you know the system has...
Yeah, there's nothing productive to be. I will spend hours watching his segment, but there would be no productivity had in a conversation, even though in this video he shows me stuff that I wasn't aware of about Cameron. But since Papa Guts built it up to be beating women, well, now he can just literally laugh at it and fake cry and said, "Oh, Cameron armed somebody."
Domestic assault? Okay, you got me, dude. That's definitely domestic abuse. You got me. I'm just sweeping for it, I guess.
Again, Kuihman called it physical abuse. And if you don't think that's what it was, you're welcome to give another term for it.
I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, dude. That's crazy. All right, let's continue this wonderful video. This will be incredible.
And then he just reverts to sarcastically repeating things.
Orders DoorDash every fucking day because he doesn't want to get out from his computer.
Whoa, dude, you telling me that I order DoorDash every day is you telling me that I am fucking loaded full of calories and money, baby. DoorDash is expensive, by the way. You can...
That does not mean that you're rich at all. Do you know how many idiots are perpetually poor because they spend too much money on DoorDash? Right? There are so many idiots who need to learn to cook at home so that they can get their budget in check. But they don't. They just keep ordering DoorDash and perpetually are unable to save any money. Ordering DoorDash regularly does not mean that you're rich.
You can get DoorDash coupons, gift cards from Costco, $80 for $100 worth, just so you guys know.
It's a single second.
Just so you guys know.
Making absurd lawsuit threats or
All right. So, and then it seems like he just is admitting that he orders a lot of DoorDash because he knows about some deal where you can save 20% on DoorDash.
the DMCA's and stupid fucking Redditors. Because you can't look away from it for a second.
Dude, don't, dude, you can't attack Ethan Klein. He's my best friend. Stop.
Ordering DoorDash every day. He is telling you are telling me online for being interested in a topic.
I know I said I was going to stop bringing it up, but really, we've got to be at least 20 instances of him sarcastically repeating the arguments against him. So, yeah, I'm Ethan's best friend, guys.
Or telling him he got something wrong.
Okay.
You can't
You're right, man. I'm wrong. Thanks for $2 from Dima Toriyasu. Human, the semen demon. Incredible.
make it up. You really can't make it up. See that?
There's something to be proud of. Dude, you're just upset that I'm rich. Okay.
Having like God deliver onto him gifts, feeling like he's been given like fucking, gold and incense and all this shit,
Wait, and Papa Gut, of all people, should know that because he has multiple videos of him reacting to Caleb Hammer stuff. And these people on Caleb Hammer's show all of the time are spending way too much on DoorDash. And they're not rich. Like, some of them make decent money, but they make themselves poor by ordering DoorDash all the time. So he should be very aware of this phenomenon, where ordering DoorDash does not mean you're rich. And also, like I said earlier, I know I saw a video where he watched a couple, a husband and wife, on Caleb Hammer's show, and he was willing to say that the husband there was abusive because of things they were saying. It wasn't nothing was proven there or anything. They were just talking about conversations that they have at home and stuff like that. That Papa Gut is willing to call abuse. But what we just watched there, that's ridiculous that you would call that physical abuse. That's why over and over again, he had to sensationalize it and say it's beating women. It's Cameron R-ing a woman.
When he sent Teddy Fresh merch, him and his wife are finally graced with Teddy Fresh merch.
True. It is pretty solid quality merch. I'm just being real with you. It's pretty decent. It's funny because my wife is very tough to please. I don't know why she married me, and she liked the quality. I was actually shocked. So yeah, it's pretty solid.
Valiant efforts fighting anti-Semitism online in 2025.
Dude, he's our fucking Israel. He's our Hebrew Hammer this year, baby.
And he's telling you are telling me online because you have told Papa Gut that he is wrong about a story he covered. A story he covered, by the way. A story he was telling me online enough to be interested in. But you've told him.
Yeah, yes, I am terminally online. I'm just not as terminally online as you guys. That's my point. That's always been my point.
He's wrong, so you are terminally online.
Yeah, and it's a worthless point. Everybody on your screen right now, everybody who covers this sort of stuff is way past the point of terminally online. It doesn't matter if you're lesser than anybody else doing this stuff. We're all way past the line.
He's such a fucking dishonest.
Dishonest.
So low IQ in the
low
way.
IQ, dude.
You...
What, dude? My mom tells me I'm fucking smart. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, bro. Okay, if you can go get. Dude, you don't know what you're talking about. What are you saying?
He sits here and will concern troll and virtue saying about, oh, I'm totally online. Why do you care about teenagers?
I'm the one concern trolling and virtue saying. That's so funny. What do you mean? That's what your whole video is. Dude, I'm like so convinced at this point that this whole video is just a fucking virtue signal concern troll. Dude, after you showing me that.
All right, so why have you not uploaded the segment then?
That was your big smoking gun that he's an abuser? Come on. You gotta be trolling me. I give the $5 from Moth Romance. This could be
and he still has not offered up what you would call that, if not physical abuse.
Depending on
But he will laugh at the idea that you would call it that.
Context. People are kind of overselling the allegations from what I've seen. So if Cam is guilty, it just makes it easier for him. Yeah, basically. They're sensationalizing it so much that he's going to be able to walk off it. If it is true. Thanks for 3 months small gut from I'm Not the Giant. Ian is now 100% correct because of this. True. Thank you for $5 from Slumberjack. Hell yeah. As someone who works for the company that sells those gift cards at Costco, thanks for the plug. Hell yeah, brother.
Doing. You fucking idiot. You're a fucking moron.
Stop it, please. You guys are fucking weird. You guys are obsessed with this kid that was 14 when he started interacting with some weird fucking groomer. He didn't get sexually groomed, but I don't know the fucking weird impact. So Cameron didn't act. That's a good point, guys. This is a great point. That that Yandere Dev's a weird freak. And he had a bunch of little kids surrounding him, and he had a very negative impact on their fucking mental health. It's true. Thank you for the $5 from Puto.
I'm pretty sure already in this segment, he's glazed himself saying, that's such a good point. Do we need to multiple times in this segment say that your same point is a very good point? Sure, it's a fair point to bring up, but I don't think it's so incredible that we need to repeatedly in one segment say, oh, this is such a fantastic point that I've made.
Oh, Poto, don't debate human. He will literally just talk over you and give up the claim of intellectual. Then you give up, then claim intellectual victory, even though he just stresses it. Well, I have no interest in talking to him. It doesn't really benefit me. I've already seen the kind of guy he is. Perfectly as a child. And then he got.
He's a guy that doesn't just laugh off Cameron repeatedly violating this woman's boundaries in a physical way. Papa Gut does laugh at that. He thought that was hilarious. But Kuihman, he's disgusting.
It was 19.
He started interacting with him when he was 14. What are you talking about? He was working with him for like 5 years. Older, and he got his shit together. Is that that's your big own to me? I'm like, yeah, he's been working with him since he was 14. He was probably very profoundly negative. He's probably very negatively impacted by a Yandere Dev having it like being so close to him. Oh, but he was 19. It's like, yeah, it's great. Like you fucking owned me on that one, bud. Okay, sorry, man. Like, who gives a fuck about this? This is so stupid. That's true. But he lied. Yeah, well, he got false.
So stupid, but you're gonna dedicate a couple more hours to it on your stream, even though seemingly you didn't even get a segment out of it. Again, maybe he'll upload it. I'll have to eat my words there. But if you're not even going to make a segment out of it, it seems crazy that you would spend more time on it and laugh at other people spending any time talking about this and actually making segments out of it.
Rape accusations against him.
It was not, dude. See, and he's back into it again, dude. You don't even know what the lies are. The lies are material. They are material to allegations. You cannot just go, oh, well, he got allegations against him. You don't know that they're false.
Are they false? It doesn't sound like you think they're false.
You don't know that they're false. How could you possibly know?
Why don't you just say that they're true?
Yeah. Oh my God. No, let me replay that real quick.
See, and he's back into it again, dude. You don't even know what the lies are. The lies are material. They are material to allegations. You cannot just go, oh, well, he got allegations against him. You don't know that they're false.
Are they false? It doesn't sound like you think they're false.
You don't know that they're false. How could you possibly know?
Why don't you just say that they're true then? Right now, why isn't he saying in the video that it's true? My response would have been like, no, they're.
How is Papa Gut not understanding this? Kuihman's whole point is that we don't know. But Papa Gut is willing to completely dismiss everything that's Cameron's done, even though we don't know exactly what happened. Kuihman is willing to look into it and say, it seems like he did at least some stuff. But Papa Gut is going to make a positive claim that affirmatively Cameron did nothing worth remarking on. Nothing he did was serious or worth talking about. Kuihman right now is saying, well, we don't know what happened. He's not saying either way because we can't. But Papa Gut's like, well, why don't you just say they're all true? Because Kuihman is willing to say we don't know. You, Papa Gut, are the one that's making an affirmative claim that Cameron did nothing worth remarking on or looking into.
They're true. Here's the evidence.
They're false. From the 3 audio clips you've heard Cameron play for you, how could you possibly know that they're false?
Are you saying they're true?
From 3 audio clips.
Are you saying that they're true?
No matter how damning those audio clips are, you know that they're false to the point where any contrary evidence
Just say they're
can
true.
simply be reincorporated into your existing narrative.
Say they're true, Kuihman. Say they're true, Kuihman. Kuihman's whole point is we can't know exactly what happened here. But you, Papa Gut, you're willing to make strong claims about it. That nothing happened. Nothing worth talking about or bringing up happened. It all can be dismissed as, oh, people made false accusations, so he lied and stuff. Let's forget about all of it.
Okay.
That's what he's arguing right now. He is so sure that they are false. The evidence that they are false is so compelling that any future evidence that something wrong happened can simply be reincorporated into the narrative that he's innocent.
Okay.
Because he was lying to protect himself from false allegations.
So are you telling me that they're true? Because you walking around that point. Okay. That's funny. Okay, so do you believe them? Do you think that they're true? He's telling.
Is it funny that Kuihman is more willing to say, yeah, we don't really know what happened, and he only makes claims about the stuff that he has evidence for and that he's looked into more? But it's not funny that you are just willing to say nothing happened definitively. Yeah, crazy. That's so funny that Kuihman is more willing to couch what he's saying and only make strong claims about things that there's evidence that he can find evidence for.
Telling me that I'm like, he's not telling me what his stance is on this topic. What's your stance? Is your firm stance that he absolutely raped this girl? What's your firm stance? Why are you so afraid to give a firm stance? I don't understand.
At the very beginning of the video, Kuihman listed the things about Cameron that he thought were worth bringing up, right? Don't you think if Kuihman thought Cameron had arred or assaulted anybody, that he would have said that earlier? I think you know that he doesn't think that, Papa Gut.
Thank you for the one less small gut from Moth Romance. Let's not minimize one of the most dangerous DV forms. True. That's so true, brother. You got me. I gotta be better. Be better. He felt cornered. What? What? Like, I don't know. Yeah, this guy had like career ending.
If you don't know, maybe you should look into it.
I mean, okay. I am right now. False rape accusations against him. And then he lied about stuff. Oh, okay. How much deeper do I need to look? I watched your whole fucking video, and you were the one who told me this information. Like, if I thought somebody was like a sexual predator, but I didn't have absolute 100% proof, I say, I believe that he is a predator, but I cannot 100% prove it. Is that his thought? Like, how come he's not very confident in his own perspective? It's like a little strange, brother. Is there critical stuff? Why am I getting the blame? I watched this FBS News video. It sucks dick. Smart. It says that he didn't rape this girl. It calls her fucking crazy. It calls the 16-year-old girl a groomer of pedophiles. And then I'm supposed to. Then Cameron shows where she admitted she lied. Earlier he said that the FSCs will never. What I find so funny is that he was in the stream while I was showing this stuff. He recorded it and then he showed it again. And he's like, when I said that. Diesel said that she grew pedophiles. He's like, that's not true. And then he watched it and he didn't say anything. He couldn't even retract it. Be like, oh, I guess I was wrong about that one. Thanks for $5 from Brain Droid. Brand Droid or I don't even know. Brandroid. I think he hates you because you're self-aware and rational. No, I think he hates me because he thinks he likes me twerking. I think that's I don't know. This FPS Diesel guy who made a hit piece against Cameron said that she's a liar. And like, now I'm the idiot because I won't watch 7 4-hour-long live streams about the nuance and depth of how he lied about what I say at Burger King. What do you want me to do? I don't think I want to talk to Aiden, man. I'm so sorry, Aiden, but I don't think there's anything productive to have a conversation about. Thanks for $2 from Grumble Mumble. Talk to him. It could make for some slot. Yeah, I don't feel like it. I think that this is enough of the slot for today. Thank you for the $5 from Moth Romance. As a survivor, unless he did it again after the incident, I don't really care. He seems like a dumb kid who needed to learn boundaries. True. That's what I think too. Dude, this is your fuck up. Like, you're the one who fucked up. Like, your coverage sucks fucking cock. You're a shit. And instead of me saying, he's so dumb. My video, he just extrapolated my information correctly. What a fucking
he won't talk to Aiden.
Yeah, he knows of me.
No shot. Absolutely no shot.
Barely, dude.
No shot, dude.
No shot,
bro.
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, just tell
I don't fucking know. You're like, dude, you're upset.
Confident check.
Go make a. You gotta pause when you're giving commentary, bro. I have no idea what you're saying. Thank you for $5 for Project.
I was literally just going to say that. We got a lot of people talking at the same time, not getting a whole lot out of this part.
Possum, as soon as you left the piss, Kuihman had to leave because his Giardi was acting up. That's unfortunate. There's a video about this guy being a fucking predator. If he's a fucking predator. In your own video, you talk about how you don't want to drop the fact that Cameron told you that he was... Well, I'm assuming he's probably like running around right now, clipping as much stuff out as possible out of context to throw it on Twitter. Probably raped or something when he was a kid. But you're like sitting here like, I'm not going to release sensitive information. But the two trauma bonded. Okay. Dude, yeah, that was true. He insinuated that Cameron had his own like assault and that him and against him and that like the girl and Cameron like bonded over their, you know, fucking mutual trauma or whatever. Included mess. Everybody chirping on Twitter, they're not real people. They're
That's
just
true.
fucking terminally online kids that went through COVID and never matured. I don't care. Fuck it,
Dude, it's so crazy. Everyone on Twitter is just a terminally online kid.
yeah.
Did he literally just walk off of the edge into a giant pit and kill himself? I know it's not really important to it, but I swear that's what he just did.
Fucking mutual trauma or whatever. Included mess. Everybody chirping on Twitter, they're not real people. They're
That's
just
true.
fucking terminally online kids that went through COVID and never matured. I don't care. Fuck it,
Dude,
But maybe one of those tiny little beams he's supposed to be able to land on. I don't know, but it looks like he just walked off into the pit and killed himself there. Very, very important, very relevant to the topic at hand here.
Everybody chirping on Twitter, they're not real people. They're
That's
just
true.
fucking terminally online kids that went through COVID and never matured. I don't care. Fuck it,
dude, it's so crazy. Everyone on Twitter is just a terminally online kid.
Yeah, you guys are. Twitter is terminally online. That's the problem. This is why he'll, like, the problem is he, like, unironically, I understand that I'm fat. Okay, I understand that I'm a fat guy. Okay, but I'm like offline. Like, I go places. I stream for 3 or 4 hours a day typically, and then I throw my content to my editor. I do some of my own editing.
You go places? Do you interact with people though? I feel like that's pretty key to the not being terminally online thing, right? I drive around in my car and I buy things from Best Buy. Oh wow, I guess this guy's not terminally online. Maybe he'll say that he has enriching conversations with people and deep relationships.
And like offline, like I go places. I stream for 3 or 4 hours a day typically, and then I throw my content to my editor. I do some of my own editing offline, and I'm just kind of chilling. You know, these guys are like actual kids who grew up through COVID, terminally online. They think Twitter is like their real life. All their social interaction is through Twitter. They don't have any meaningful relationships outside of.
That's just not true, Papa God. All right, Kuihman talks probably more about his Reddit than his Twitter, so that is completely unfair of you to say.
This sphere. that's pretty much what's happening here. So that's kind of where we're at. But you'll never believe me because you're so terminally online.
He says, having
Okay. So he didn't say anything about interacting with people in there. He just said he goes places. So to buy more Funko Pops and stuff like that, to pick up his diabetes medication.
probably not left his fucking apartment all week. Fused to his fucking
Oh, I live in a house, dude.
yeah, surrounded by the Marvel Funko Pops. His wife cooking up another set of fucking sliders in the kitchen right
We've
now.
been eating pretty healthy actually lately. We've been doing pretty good. We had salmon yesterday and chicken. Pretty good.
The third plate.
I mean, that could be healthy, but just the fact that you're having salmon, it depends on how you cook it. Are you dousing this in sauce? Right? General Tso's chicken? Not really all that healthy at that point, right? You have your salmon drenched in butter, tartar sauce or whatever. Probably not all that healthy. Better than eating potato chips, but it's not really like, oh, I'm so healthy.
Plate of sliders today that he's gonna fucking wolf down to keep himself going for his 3-hour-long live stream.
Wait, I thought I was glued to the computer all day. Wait, what happened? Am I only streaming for 3 hours long? Wait, hold on. You know I only stream for 3 hours long? What the fuck? Wait, dude, that's so weird. How obsessed with me are you? You know I
Let's try this. Papa Gut channel, click live. 3 hours, 3.5, 5.5, 2 hours, 4 hours 20, 3:48. Wow, that's unhinged. That's utterly absurd. That Kuihman would know how long his streams are, because you would have to go to his channel and click on the live segment. And that's obsessed. Yeah, you would have to be absolutely unhinged and obsessed with somebody to go to their channel and click on the live tab and just see how long these are. Yeah, crazy.
only stream for 3 hours. You watched me twerking with my Teddy Fresh on the other day. Why are you watching me so much? It's so weird. What the fuck? Is this guy a
Hatred. I mean, I think you can see this. I was trying to find a clip in here. I've clicked on lots of these now. What was I? Oh, I was trying to find the Tectone thing and one other thing. So I had to click on all of these to match up the shirt that he was wearing in the clip that I saw. All right, I know it looks like I watched these all the way. I can promise you I did not watch these all the way. But yeah, I mean, you want to say I'm obsessed or whatever, that's fine. D6 said the same thing. I'll admit to being obsessed. I think if you watch somebody just because you hate them and you want to make content out of it, it's probably fair to say that that person's obsessed. But that's no skin off my back. You want to call me obsessed? You know, I'm terminally online, all that. I have no problem admitting that. I'm not going to say, well, I'm not that terminally online, though. I'm not that obsessed. There's actually people who are more obsessed with you than me, right? There are people who want to sniff your butt, Papa Gut. We heard them in this stream. So actually, I'm not even really that obsessed. I'm a healthy amount of obsessed. I paid you money so that I could do a segment on you. All right? Other people want to sniff your butt. So what I'm doing is totally reasonable.
Fallen fan? He's just so educated about me. What do you want me to do, dude? This is on you. You're just a fat react Andy Cass, and I react to other.
He's cackling at the idea that Kuihman knows how long his live stream segments are. Really, type in Papa Gut. You got, what's that, 8 keys? Click on his channel and click on live. You got to type 8 keys and 2 clicks to figure out how long his streams are. And then that's worth cackling at, that Kuihman would know that.
People stuff, and the thing you put out is dog shit, and I'm reacting to it. That's on you, bud. You're the problem. Make a better video, or take your video down. Why'd you leave it up? It sucked. Your video sucked. You admitted that the girl lied. No way, I take it back now. You said it in your video. You know, I think that part of the problem is that FPS Diesels probably feels really pressured by these terminally online kids, and you probably feel so like helpless or something, which is why he's over-validating this fucking nonsense. That's all I can assume at this point. Get a new video. What do you want me to do? What the fuck am I?
Watch. So, one commentary video said this, so I can never change my opinion. The only way I form my opinions is by watching YouTube commentary videos. So
yeah, I guess. I'm watching yours right now, and you did a pretty bad job of displaying this information.
if your YouTube commentary video...
Again, the video was not made for you, Papa Gut. It was made for his viewers, and hopefully to bring in some new ones. It was not made for you to educate yourself.
Wasn't good. I need someone else to make a YouTube commentary video, because that's the only format in which I can consume information.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. That's what I do. I consume it in commentary. That's what yeah. This is, and then your smoking gun was a video of him being fucking stupid with his like ex-girlfriend or whatever. Watch this.
Yeah, until you give me something else to call it other than physical abuse, I'm just gonna say, yeah, he showed you a video of Cameron physically abusing that girl.
Live stream with this 1,000 view person. He's got 1,000 followers. Watch his 7-hour long live stream. Oh,
dude.
That's definitely not.
Just talk to Aiden. Just talk to Aiden. Is that easy?
I'm not doing
no?
it.
Just talk to Aiden. Very easy.
It doesn't matter. It's true. Okay, it's convoluted, and it's convoluted for a reason. It's because you made a platform off of this Yandere Dub guy. You have nothing.
And I do find it shameful. It's the same criticism I made of Tommy C. If you're going to spend time responding to this, and especially if you're not even going to make a segment out of it, so you don't have that, oh, I'm making money off of it, make a segment out of it. Really pathetic to spend all this time on it, but you won't talk to somebody, you won't debate about it at all. Not willing to have a conversation. Only when you safely have control of everything, you can pause and play as you want to. You can click off at any point in time. That's how you'll interact with it. But having a conversation about it, that's too scary. That's too scary for Papa Gut.
Nothing else to talk about. So instead of shifting your content strategy and doing something better or trying to get clips out and promote your channel, you're trying to elongate something with some fucking kid so that you can like turn it into something because you have nothing going on for yourself.
True. Dude, it's such...
You're scared.
He's got no idea what the evidence is. He's got no idea what the evidence is. And he's just like completely writing it off as people wanting to talk about Yandere dev.
Yeah, like that. Like, so FPS Diesel was somebody who was like very successful at one point, and then like he's struggling to fit in with a new landscape, and I think that he's elongating the Yandere dev stuff instead of like figuring out a way to shift his content strategy. Yeah, that's my point. Yeah.
Bro, what are you smoking? And this is gonna be hilarious, by the way, when we watch some of his Ethan coverage.
Why? Off, dude. You don't shift your fucking strategy. Let's react, Andy. I was really trying to send him a video. I would have sent it to him.
He doesn't get into it. I'm probably gonna call this pretty quick here, but essentially he's saying that one of the big points with the Hasan Ethan stuff is that people, including Papa Gut, are seemingly for stifling Hasan's free speech, acting as if he should never have had the alleged terrorist on his stream, and that he should shut up about some of this stuff. Basically, he shouldn't be allowed to talk about it. I'll link Kuihman's segment in there. You should just watch it for yourself if you're interested, if you care about any of the Papa Gut critiques beyond this.
You are okay with reaction people until you want to cry about it. So,
True.
okay, Cameron probably lied about stuff. Did he rape a girl, or did he lie about stuff afterwards?
Dude.
Did he lie about stuff because people were falsely accusing him of being a rapist, and then he was like getting afraid because he knew it was fake, which you even confirmed. So he got like freaked out, and he's like, "Oh shit!" And then he started.
How could Diesel possibly confirm that it was fake? Was Diesel in the room?
Are you saying are you confirming that it's real? It's an online accusation against somebody that seems to lie a lot. But are you saying it's real?
Did Diesel have a camera? How could Diesel confirm it was fake? How would that work?
I don't care. So I mean, this one should be pretty cut and dry for you. You know, obviously the burden of proof is on the person making the accusation. So, like, why the fuck do I care?
Well, the burden of proof is on anybody making a claim, right? So if you're going to sit here and say Cameron did nothing, well, you're still kind of making a claim. You should have evidence for that. But yeah, also, if Diesel's going to make a claim, he should have evidence for that. But then even when there's evidence that pushes back against what Papa Gut says, that there's nothing to see here, then he sees a video of Cameron being physically abusive. He has to blow it up and say, oh, I thought we were looking for women beating. Wow, Cameron really argued someone here. Right, so it doesn't even matter. Papa Gut will make claims that there's nothing to see, and then when you see something that's pretty significant, especially considering that's something he's willing to do on camera, that pushes back against what Papa Gut said. Well, no, you need to have evidence, Kuihman, and you need to definitively state that Cameron did something. Well, Kuihman's willing to say we don't know what happened, right? And he'll only say these things that we've seen did happen. But Papa Gut willing to just dismiss everything and make the claim that there's nothing to see here. And it doesn't even matter when there's stuff that pushes back against it. He'll just blow it out of proportion and say, oh, this isn't anything, all right? There's no women beating here.
Kuihman was exposed by E as a lolly watcher. I don't believe that that's true. I'm sure that's not true. You can send it to me, but I doubt that that's true. Like, what do you want me to do? What's your, and like, you suck anyway. Your commentary's fucking shit. Like this guy's commentary is dog shit.
That's
it's
rich. Oh boy.
Oh
boy.
Oh boy. People who come on here and they get so virtue
Oh
boy.
What?
Oh boy. I said his commentary sucks, so he's about to watch my commentary, baby. I can't wait.
Great little statement, isn't it?
It's like, oh,
their commentary sucks. Surely we will not. Very shortly, be going into some of the most dog shit, atrocious commentary I've ever seen from a YouTuber.
This is like so funny because it's a fucking pre-watch. he pre-watched this whole entire thing and collected a bunch of information, but like somehow.
It's so funny that he looked into it before he made a claim. That is hilarious. Really, really funny that Kuihman would look into your content before making claims about it. So funny, man.
When I said that, like, hey, this Yandere dev guy, or excuse me, when I said FPS Diesel said that like this fucking girl would groom pedophiles. He's like, he never said that. It's like, how do you pre-watch it and still get it wrong?
From this exact same guy.
And she was a grooming victim. And you're like, chill out.
Yeah. Again, I don't know if that's what it could. I said Kuihman out earlier, but the steel man that maybe what's going on is Kuihman saying, well, no, FPS Diesel didn't say that she did that. He said it's alleged that she did that. So he could be saying other people said that she did that.
Like, you're overloading.
I would mostly just agree with Papa. It's stupid to say that.
You admit he's not a rapist. You say that he has some kind of trauma going on. They hang out 19 and 16. I don't care about that. I don't care about 19 and 16. I don't.
No
I really don't. Especially nowadays when every 19-year-old is still living with mom and dad because they're fucking, like, they can't go out and get a job. Actually, a lot of people are talking about the age gap, just to be clear. So, I mean, you're not talking about it. That's fine. But I'm also not just talking to you. I'm talking about the people that are, like, chirping in the chat. Basically fucking children. I don't
literally.
Okay. People chirping, and so it is commenters that said that. Not anybody that has any investment or stakes in this. Not anybody who's really going to be meaningfully pushed back against. That's saying it. Just people typing things.
No one.
There's a lot of people talking. There's a lot of people talking about the age gap. I'm sure you're not, but there's a lot of people. So just to be absolutely clear, I can actually prove it too. After I fucking die, maybe I'll prove it.
Oh, is it more comments, more people chirping in the chat, or is it actually a content creator?
Oh shit! But yeah, no, because I posted a clip of this situation on my on like TikTok, like all my clip channels. And there are like plenty of people that are like, no, the age gap is horrible, blah, blah, blah. So there's a lot of people talking about it. You're not talking about it. That's perfectly fine. But just to be absolutely clear.
So it is just commenters. It's like, really, who cares? Because if you're just a commenter, you're just a chatter, fine, have your dumb opinion. But it's way easier to have that because people can't go to the comment section of your comment and tell you how stupid you are, right? I really don't understand why you, especially when you've been doing content creation for a while, why you would care what anybody has to say unless they're not putting at least a little bit on the line. They're making a public video where people can go and say that they're wrong. Why? Why would you care what a bunch of commenters say? They're wrong and dumb about everything all the time because they have no skin in the game. That's just going to get scrolled past. That's all that there is.
There are a pretty high amount of people talking about it.
That's not why 19-year-olds live with their parents.
35. I'm not fucking 15. I don't care about other 15 and 16-year-olds that talk about how horribly predatory it is. Okay, these are the same people that think getting a job is fucking oppression. Like, what do you want me to tell you? 19 and 16-year-old have a confusing relation. I don't think they have sex. I think that they just like touch wieners.
Cameron claims otherwise.
It's so fucking trivial. It's high school shit. It's high school shit. A false allegation comes out of it. And then you're like 30 trying to push it. Like, this guy's a dangerous fucking predator.
How do you know it's false?
I mean, yeah, Noah Samson literally called him a pedophile. Would that not be the person that said it?
How do you know it's false?
Obviously, you have nothing better to talk about because you haven't made a video since going after this guy. Wow, incredible. What are you trying to send me? Where can I send you the link? What link are you trying to send? I don't understand what you're trying to send. Here, I'm not even kidding. Here's my best advice to you. Instead of having a fucking... God, I can't believe I came on stream today to watch me say something and then have some fucking British guy chirp over it. Meltdown about this.
So good, man.
Elongate this shit and make shit ass...
What's wrong with British people, Papa Gut? You got a problem with that nationality of people?
And just crash out here.
Go look into Zoe Laverne. This is actually good. This is actually a good point. Go and look into Zoe Laverne. You guys want to talk about actual fucking predator?
Dude, why does he keep doing this? Man, the points I make are so good. It's like when Nick DiOrio heartily laughs at all of his jokes on stream. It's so obnoxious.
When she was 19 years old, she like had sex with a child. You guys want to talk about real predators? You're trying to make it seem like this Cameron kid's a fucking predator. Go talk about a real predator. Like, that's my whole point here. Yeah. This fucking, like, you want to go cancel somebody? When she was 19, she fucking raped a 13-year-old little boy.
Okay.
He fucking comes out with
right
now.
Okay.
No, we're not. My point is that's actually a real thing happening, and you guys are virtually over dumb bullshit. Thank you for the $2 from Jarhead Devil Dog. Who's watching you with a smile.
Okay, sure. But if you think there's a more meaningful thing for people to talk about, they could. But that's the same criticism people say, oh, you're talking about this when there's a war going on in Israel-Palestine? Wait, how could you talk about this when there's something more serious going on? Well, people can talk about whatever they want. You want to say it's stupid? Sure, there's lots of stupid stuff to talk about. That's what I would prefer to talk about, is stupid stuff. But anyway, my plants are going to bed, so the lighting's going to be terrible. So I'll call it here. And I'll link the rest of it so you can see the rest of Kuihman's video and Papa Gut's. Well, I guess it wouldn't matter if I link his video because you'd have to pay for it anyway, but I'll throw it in there. But if you want to see Kuihman talk about Papa Gut's coverage of Hasan, Ethan stuff, where I think he makes a solid case that Papa Gut not really for all this free speech stuff. And I find it very interesting that Papa Gut has not uploaded a segment of this because he was literally laughing at the evidence Kuihman provided of Cameron being physically abusive, and he thought it was completely ridiculous that you would call it that, but not willing to offer any other evidence, just going to laugh at it. And he had to over and over say beating women to make it seem ridiculous that that's what you would call it. Well, no, nobody's doing that besides you, right? We're just saying, hey, this guy's willing to be physically abusive on camera. That seems pretty significant. Maybe don't dismiss everything out of hand that he's being accused of, right? That's also not to say believe everything that he's done, but let's not dismiss all of it. Very interesting to me that Papa Gut still 9 days later has not uploaded this, despite saying he would upload it within a week. Maybe he will upload it. I'll have to eat my words on that. But I don't know. It's been 9 days. The content's only going to get more and more stale, and he's uploaded other stuff that is not time sensitive. He uploaded a reaction to an 11-day-old video. And the Ethel one, Essence of Thought, that's over a week old as well. That needs to go up right now. The stuff that he said he'll upload within a week? No.